welcome, guys. OG Merpe here with you. We are going to run the Dragons of Icespire Peak and the Lost Mine of Phandelver. Here's Lost Mine of Phandelver. Dragon of Icespire Peak is here. I run both of these campaigns simultaneously because the Dragon of Icespire Peak essentially boils down to a job board, and the Lost Mine of Phandelver, is a much more like robust campaign narratively. So we run this narrative with that job board, and it kind of gives the players always something to do. If they don't know what to do next in this, they can always do something on that, and then almost always that gives me as the DM an opportunity to give them like a nudge for this. So yeah, things are going pretty well. Things are going pretty solidly, I think, right now. Our players are waiting in the other channel. We're going to almost knock our headset off, and then we're gonna go get some recap from them. Let's do that. Let's see it. Let's do the thing. All right,
Mrs.
we're live.
Doubtfire.
Mrs.
Uh,
Doubtfire.
we're
Mrs.
talking about the
Doubtfire.
voice that Jeremy did for when he was hiding in the room. The like.
Oh
Isha!
yeah. Oh yeah. That was good. I just had an NPC in my other campaign. He's a gnome, like herald, like right hand, almost like secretary to a lord. And he's got like a swoosh mace face and a like better than you attitude. Andy, his voice. This is how he talks to everybody. And the players had to go to a library to get some information, so they got this little gnome just like yelling at them in the library to be quiet, and it was pretty good. I liked it a lot.
So you were role playing Gilbert Gottfried?
I was about to say, are you role playing the parrot from Aladdin?
same.
You
same
put some
difference.
goddamn respect on Gilbert Gottfried's name.
Wait, okay, this is gonna be sad. Did he die?
Yes.
Okay, I thought he died. I was about to say.
I think it was a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Oh, sad faces. But who is doing recap, guys?
That's a me.
Yeah,
I haven't
that's
done
you.
it. I haven't done it yet.
Okie doke.
Recap this.
So, a long time ago in a town far, far away. So we started off at the Stonehill Inn, and we went to the mayor's house. Oh no, we started off the Stonehill Inn, and at my failed half attempt to like kind of picking up the bartender and making an earnest emotional connection. That just didn't pan out well. So then we decided to figure out what the fuck we were going to do with the Nothic that was under the Tresendar Manor. So we went to the mayor's house and told him about it, and he's like, well, fucking get rid of it. And we're like, yo, give us some money for it. And he's like, yeah, I don't know about that. So then we ended up doing it anyway because I guess we're good fucking people or something. We went to the Sleeping Giant to close off the underground tunnel that led to the manor. That way we could bottleneck him into either the underground tunnel from the other end or just give him one less opportunity to escape. Went to the manor to take care of him, did some decent damage in the underbelly of the manor itself to where he decided to retreat through a separate passage into the woods. We made way for him, eradicating him in the woods. Then we went back to the Stonehill Inn after a job well done, exhausted and in need of so much ale. I found Faye's boyfriend totally trying to ghost her.
I wouldn't call him
in
a
front of her face.
boyfriend.
Ran over and just lightly persuaded him to absolutely worship the ground that she walked on. And apparently that wasn't good enough for Faye to let me steal his room key. To which I stealth pickpocketed and Mrs. Doubtfired my way into the room for an exorbitant amount of time. And then I pickpocketed my way into Braun's room after Faye broke into that room, and I'm currently sleeping in the chair next to his bed, unbeknownst to him.
I want to make an argument point. When Jeremy does the voice of Miss Doubtfire, that deserved to be clipped when he went, "You have the wrong room, dear." I was about to piss myself. I was waiting for him to go, "My room now, bitch," and close the door or something, and it's just,
I will have to make a note to go back and clip that. I just haven't done it yet. So
Did
I'm
I
just voting that it should be a clip-worthy clip.
I
did I cover everything?
I think
Yeah.
so.
I think
Yeah,
you did. I
we
think you
still
did.
have the
Cool. Oh, Maddie's here too.
Yeah,
Who's Maddie?
Castle.
Castle,
Who's Castle?
another friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, Jeremy's a great guy. He's got a lot of friends. That's sick. That's sick. I love it. So it is the early morning hours in the Stonehill Inn. The din from the wildness of the night before has ended. You all made quite a spectacle in front of everyone. Randall planted a big wet kiss on Faye, and the entire floor erupted with cheers and applause. Not exactly Faye's shtick to be the center of attention in that way. Randall was incredibly drunk, very, very drunk man, trying to work up the courage to face once again the nearly 8 foot tall from hoof to horn figure of Feoroth. The deer like, doe like, demon
Yeah, I
like.
would say
What
you're
would
like
how would she come across to the common person? Like they would describe her as like a deer person.
kind of
A
deer
dear person.
Yeah,
deer person.
cool, cool, cool. Uh, there was, as you described, some tussling over rooms and keys. Uh,
There was vomit.
uh, Pabu was up to quite a bit of mischief, and not all of it was directly relating to the rooms that you guys ended up in for the night.
Oh
And
yeah, that's right.
Please
um,
say we're gonna eventually find out what the fuck you did.
and so I'm going to start in the room of Pabu and Bronze. And Bronze wakes up because Pabu, he was more active last night, so he's snoozing a little bit more this morning. Bronze is the first one up and wakes up and sees that Pabu has made himself like a huge, like bird's nest of sheets. Like there's gotta be like 7 or 8 beds worth of sheets, which have been like draped over and around the single chair in the room. And it's like this big fluffy throne, which Pabu's got like one leg thrown over, the other arm, and he's like out. You did not let him in. You rented a room. You locked the door. And now Bronze has woken up to this sight before him. What's Bronze doing? How's he starting his morning?
So I mean, he wakes up and there's one more person in the room than there was last night whenever he went to sleep. So he kind of just like reaches over for the hammer instinctively, and then realizing it's Pabu, he just like grabs like a, I don't know, like a paperweight off of the counter or whatever, just throws it at Pabu's head.
Can I make a reflex save at disadvantage?
I want to. It may not even hit you. I want a ranged
Okay.
attack roll from you there, Bronze. So D20 plus your BAB base attack modifier.
From
Base attack
context
bonus.
from context clues, I'm assuming Pabu done stole all the sheets in this town.
Base attack the range that one's it's for range, right? Or no.
Yeah, you do,
Yeah.
Castle. You are actually the first VIP of the channel. Congratulations.
What's a
If it's
VIP?
It's mostly a badge. It has access to an extra chat if I choose to engage it, which, with the small number of viewers we have now, is not a real practical move. But come the day that there are hundreds of chatters, it'll like open up a separate like chat stream for just VIPs and like subscribers and stuff. So, but yeah, Castle. I'm glad you noticed that. Cool beans. I'm sorry, guys. In the game here. So, Bronze, you have just chucked something. What's your final?
15.
Final of 15. Probably, what is your AC?
My AC is 18.
Flat-footed.
14.
So go ahead and roll me that reflex save at disadvantage.
Wait, what'd you throw at him?
Just a paperweight.
Or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not trying to kill him, but definitely going to wake him up.
Oh no, my dice got stuck.
I'm so glad you're excited, Castle. I am also excited every time I see your name and show up in chat. It's a good time. You're a good time.
Hold on, I'm trying to see inside my shitty dice tower.
Oh, also, Castle, thank you for rooting for Faye on the last one. I saw the comment, so now I know exactly who you are.
That's a 9 plus 8 is 16.
16 is...
That was 17.
Wow,
I can
at
math.
disadvantage, you got a 17. Those are some high rolls. Congrats.
I got a 9 and a 17.
You like, wake up basically, kind of like one of your eyes like lazily opens, and you see something, a blur already halfway across the room, and you just kind of
Can we assume this paperweight is stone? So I just like force hold it in midair.
I was considering I just end up being like a shoe.
Okay, that's fine.
It doesn't matter, because with the 16, it's not enough to completely get out of the way, but it is enough to like grab a bunch of sheets and like curl and turn yourself inward so it like bounces off like your shoulder, like padded by a bunch of the sheets, and it like definitely hits you. But not in the dome.
And just like with probably waking up, Bronze just like, by the gods, man, can you not afford 1 gold for a room?
I don't know. Well, I mean, oh God, did you need to throw that so early?
You could have asked.
You were asleep. I didn't want to wake you up.
So you think the best thing to do is sneak into a sleeping person's room and sleep in there?
I mean, I didn't get in the bed.
You should have.
Yeah, I definitely noticed the lack of warmth.
I didn't take your. Oh.
Oh.
Well, next time I'll make myself more comfortable.
Is this the new romance? Are they the new Hey,
Hey, this is gonna be a slow burn, okay? That's it. You just got a teaser. You don't even know yet, okay? But that does bring us to the more than slow burn relationship between Feyroth
Dick first night.
and Randall, who got so drunk last night that Bronze and Faye basically forced him to vomit, and then he passed out. And Faye was kind enough to like make sure that he was taken care of, but she's waking up and he's still absolutely comatose. What's Faye's move here?
Okay, is there like a water basin
or
anything?
Yeah, there's like a washing basin, and it's got like chunks of bit like floating in it from the vomit that came off of Randall, because you did clean him up last night, but that means this water is not fresh.
Vomit water, or can you get new water in this tiny thing? Like, can I just throw it out and go get more?
Yeah, absolutely. Traditionally, that's done like for you, but you can do it yourself, absolutely.
You'll get to that, and they'll, take a bath. It's been a rough day, or a rough night.
Okay. Then
I bet not as rough as you wanted.
Yeah, I was literally about to say not the rough she wanted. Oh, can I ask, what does Randall look like? Because so far he's been described as average dude, and I'm imagining Tintin from Tintin.
See, I was imagining Rick Moranis.
He's tall. I mean, and you know that. Tell you
Wait,
what,
Jeremy,
I will.
You were imagining who?
Rick Moranis.
Hold on. I know the name. Now I'm looking.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. The guy from Ghostbusters. Really big in the 80s and 90s.
Hold on. How do you spell his last name? I can't spell.
Moranis.
Moranis. Okay, hold on. Oh wait, the guy from Spaceballs?
Oh yeah, Spaceballs too.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Hold on, I'll look like. See, I've been imagining Tintin just like the dot eyes and like very simple face.
I mean, if you're going simplicity, it should be adult Caillou.
Adult Caillou scares the shit out of me and never met again.
He's like a spoiled banana of a person.
He's like a spoiled banana of a person.
Oh, by the way, Castles had her 18th birthday the other day.
Hey, congrats, Castle. Welcome to the part of life where everybody expects shit out of you and you have no more excuses and are responsible for everything. It's great.
I yelled at her to pay her taxes.
I yelled at her. If you were a dude, you'd have to file for register for selective service.
Oh yeah, that too.
Okay, but Dave, what does officially Randall look like in this campaign so we know and I'm not imagining Tintin no more?
Please be adult Caillou.
Don't make me adult Caillou, I beg of you.
Randall has like he is a younger guy, and he's got like he's got a pretty thick stalk of hair. I'd say like, late 20s.
Okay, so he's not 18.
No, he's not.
I thought Faye was robbing the cradle.
He's not 18. Maybe mid to late 20s. He's tall. It's one of those things like you're not sure because he's a big guy. He just doesn't have a lot of distinct features. Like he has a beard, but it's kept pretty close and it's dark. So it hides a lot of his features there. He might be a little bit of a baby face, a little bit smooth faced. So that also makes guessing this guy's age hard. Like if a half elf makes somebody look really young, he's like not quite to that level, but he's definitely got good genes. But when you did originally ask me if he's a good-looking guy, and it's like, I don't know. It depends on your.
Is it Ryan Reynolds?
No.
You think Ryan Reynolds is plain? Excuse you. Get the fuck out.
I just looked up bearded actor, and he was one of the first people that came up. Hold on. Let's see.
We stand Ryan Reynolds. God damn it.
This is what happens when he. Hold on. This is what happens when freaking Randall shaves. But no, this means that officially in lore.
I got you. There's Randall.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's what I said. He was, he's just a regular dude, just a regular guy.
I was gonna say this could.
You're doing the exact same thing I'm doing. I don't know about getting one.
I don't know about a regular dude. That guy looks pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Like I wish I could look like that fucking guy.
This is Randall for those of you at home. AI generated right now on the spot. He's become a main enough NPC that here he is. Randall.
See, and that's the second photo is what I imagine babyface Randall is.
Thank you, Castle. So anyway, that's Randall for you. So yo, Tesk, what's up? Welcome in, bud. I'm having dinner. I just got here. Thank you, Eva. And we're doing some D&D. We just got started. We literally just got started with the day. Somebody's one night stand is still in their room. The other two party members, basically one broke into the other one's room with all of the sheets from the entire inn and made himself like a nest. And so that has happened. So Feyroth has now awoken up, who's like a big deer person. And you guys, as you do, as in my games, you always meet in the hallway outside your rooms. And Feyroth is like holding this basin of water. What's your strength, Feyroth, out of curiosity?
Let me see. 15, so +2.
But your raw stat is 15?
Yeah.
More or less effortlessly, she probably couldn't carry this thing all day, but it's a ginormous tub of water and she's like walking around with it, no big deal. So she comes out with this basin and Pabu and Bronze come out of their room and she can see like through the open door, just like a huge mess of sheets in the room behind them before they close and lock their door. What are you guys doing now that you're all together?
Faith is gonna look at Pabu. And this is the, like, previously, she's given Pabu very much worried or a general annoyance expression. This is the first time he's experienced disappointment. like disappointed mom as she just looks at him and just shakes her head and walks back to the room with the water basin. Hey, I'll take it. What I like is that canonically we have now confirmed that Faye is technically a cougar because she's like significantly older than him. She's like, if he's in his early 20s, she's in her like mid 30s.
Oh, I do have things to say about cougars that I'll say off stream.
Yeah, we can wait for break on that.
I was gonna say.
So I'm sorry. Has anybody actually said anything to anybody? No. Faye has
No.
asked Pabu.
No, she's giving me a shitty look. That's it.
He's given the disappointment and just walked right back into the room.
Holy shit.
Holy shit! What?
Randall's icon.
I was trying to make Randall's icon smaller, and it shrunk you as well.
Oh,
like attached or whatever.
Yeah.
Hold on, I want it to be bigger than it. There we go.
I will pass on your thank you to Eva when I see her at break. Okay, so Faye, you said you turned around, you walked back into your room?
Yeah, because she's taking a bath.
No, you still have the dirty water. You got to change this out still. You got to take it downstairs and go like swap the water out and stuff.
She's just gonna annoy look at him and just like, oh wait, no, I know exactly what she's gonna do. Can she throw the vomit water at Pabu?
I'm definitely hiding behind Bronze because I know that you hate me right now.
So you know you're gonna hit Bronze too if you do this.
Oh.
Bronze doesn't appreciate being used as a human shield.
Yeah, can we flip a coin? Because I feel like her rage at this point, it could go either way.
I mean,
the dice.
It's up to you. As per usual, I encourage you to save your aggression for enemies, but you know.
I know. Okay, Pabu, you want heads or you want tails for you winning?
I'm gonna leave that sentence alone.
Do you want heads or tails, my dude?
We need to make a decision. This is a very minor moment in the story. I'd like to move on.
God damn it. Fucking Pabu always wants head.
Okay. Okay. I am so sorry. Do you want 2 out of 3?
No, we're
Pabu
done. Just do what you're gonna do.
Always.
We gotta move on.
It's water.
Roll me reflex saves, both of you.
Okay.
No, not you, Faye. The two guys getting splattered.
Oh, okay.
Dirty 20.
Reflex save? Probably not gonna pass. 8.
So Pabu manages to like roll out of the way, and Bronze is weighed down by his heavy armor, and so he and the wall and floor and door of his room get splattered with this like night old water, which with like vomit water, and so it does not smell good. There are like chunks and bits in it. And I want to stress, it is not just Bronze who is covered with this ilk, but it's also like the entire 10-foot space behind him, because Faye is this big creature who just tossed this 10-gallon basin of water at him. So Pabu rolls out of the way. This water splats, and Bronze stands there dripping. How's he reacting?
Depends. Will purified food and drink make it into regular water?
Will
I like that.
You can try it.
Okay, Bronze is gonna try it because it's a cantrip.
Nice.
You get unlimited those, right?
And like all the chunks and the oils and the stomach acid and everything that's not water basically like comes to the surface and all simultaneously like drops off of you, leaving you wet, but just wet.
What about the rest of the room?
Same deal.
It just says.
Okay.
So there's a pile. There's basically a pile of everything that wasn't water, just like sitting in the middle of the room now.
Oh no.
Bronze is just like, I'm gonna go dry off. I'm not cleaning this up.
Faye's just gonna look at that and goes, understandable. Looks at Pabu, you clean it, and she's just gonna walk away with Bronze.
Pabu, you gonna react to that?
Going
She
to his
walks
own
away?
room.
Pabu waits for them to turn the corner, shrugs, and follows them.
All right, and the three of you make your way down. Fearoth disappears out the front door and like around the side where the spigot is. Now that she has an empty water basin to refill it, leaving Pabu and Bronze downstairs at the Stonehill Inn early in the morning, knowing that Barthen basically is expecting them and their party for their delivery mission. So
I want to look around for the wait staff that I spoke with the previous day, and I just want to wave and then leave.
Ron's gonna go outside. Oh, never mind.
I just want to know, with this wave, are you trying to like make amends? Are you trying to, you know, to compensate for your kind of lackluster conversation yesterday?
No, I'm not like trying to do anything. It's another attempt at an earnest connection. The last one just happened to be a little more in depth and thus had the bigger opportunity to fail. This one is supposed to just be a nice like, oh, hi, and then leave just to show that I'm not trying to be a fucking creep.
And you catch her wave back at you. Bronze, you had something?
Yeah, he's just gonna go outside, stand in the sun, and try to dry off.
Okay, so you follow Faye out then, basically, and Pabu, you are alone for a moment, unless you two are gonna like walk outside. The three of you guys are like standing out in the sunshine, you know.
No, I'm heading towards the meetup spot.
Oh, you're going to Barthen. So you walk past a dripping Bronze and a Faye scowling, glaring at you while she's, you know, pumping the water pump to refill this basin. And you know, make your way. You turn hard right and head up towards Barthen's provisions. Faye, once you have your basin full and you have given, you know, you've washed Randall down. Do you have any other plans for your morning here?
She was not planning to wash him down. She was going to take a bath.
Oh, she was going to take a bath herself.
No, she ain't washing down him passed out. She did her duty. She washed the shirt and him down last night.
Cool.
This is her moment.
Cool.
Just
Bronze, then Faye is going to head up and back into her room here in a moment. What would you like to do?
He's probably gonna stand out there for like 5 minutes, just get a little bit of sun, and then start heading towards Barthen's.
Great.
He becomes a cat for a minute.
Faye, if you don't have anything else you're doing besides washing yourself, I mean, this process takes, you know, 5-10 minutes start to finish. If you're quiet, you won't even wake up Randall. He is absolutely out cold. But that does mean that Pabu is the first to arrive at Barthen's Provisions, and he approaches this simple shop with adventuring goods in the window, and out front is a wagon pulled by a single ox. There are two large crates which have been stacked up in the back of the wagon already, and the whole thing is basically unattended outside. The open sign is out, and it's clear that Barthen's is open for business. What are you doing, Pablo?
Well, first off, when you initially said wagon, I thought you said dragon, and I got really excited for a second.
Oh, that would be fun. Can we have a How to Train Your Dragon moment?
So I'm going to head into Barthen's. Salutations, Barthen.
And good morning to you, fellow. And he looks around. Where are your compatriots?
Oh, they're on the way. One needed to take a bath. One needed to dry off from an impromptu bath. They'll be along soon.
He kind of gives you a puzzled look. Adventuring is dirty work, I suppose.
That you are not wrong. So, any chance you've got some nice thieves' tools available?
And he kind of like smirks, you know, leans back, crosses his arms, and says, "What would an honest citizen and adventurer like yourself need with thieves' tools, anyhow?"
Well, when amongst the ne'er-do-wells of the land, they typically house items of value procured illicitly and thus are locked away. And I would like to free said items when I happen upon them.
Give me a diplomacy roll just for fun.
Did I see Roxy?
He's gonna sell them to you anyway, but I do want to know, just kind of out of curiosity, what you roll.
Oh no. That's a 4.
That's a 4. So Barthen says, yes, as any honest...
I'm using words way bigger than Pabu is used to using because he just heard other people say them at one point.
And Barthen's just like, yes, as any honest citizen would. He says, well, honestly, all I'm concerned with is gold. So, and he like reaches down and picks up a leather pouch and like unravels it on the counter, and it's got different like lock picks and needles and like clockwork devices and things that that a thief or other ne'er-do-well might want in such a kit. And he says it's 40 gold for the kit here.
I'll take them.
Excellent. And he rolls the pouch up. Anything else I can interest you in?
You got any sales going on today? I don't know. What do you recommend for the typical adventurer on the go?
He says, I can't recommend enough. And he's like going and looking around. He's like, I've got torches, I've got caltrops, I've got leather bags and vials. You never know what you might come into out in the world. And he like digs around. He's like, I've got glow sticks which work underwater. I've got pintons and rope. And he's just like digging out all of this. A bear trap, and he's like this huge bear like animal trap, owl bear trap, and keeps just like digging through. And before long, he's got this like mountain of just like adventuring bullshit stacked up on the counter.
Glow sticks that work underwater.
I forgot what they were called. There's a real name for them.
That's so good. Well, it's good to know you're a man of a variety of wares. I will keep that in mind for future purchases that I may think of along my adventures. I thank you very much, sir.
Yes, of course. And Bronze approaches Barthen's provisions, and is he going to do anything with the wagon of the oxen outside, or is he going to come into the space?
He's going to notice it, but then he's going to go inside.
And he walks in and sees Pabu standing in front of a counter with Barthen with just like a pile of adventuring gear, like heaped up on top of it, and Barthen's looking like a little deflated. What are you doing, Pabu? How are you? Or Bronze, how are you walking into this space?
Oof. It's like, don't bother trying to sell anything to him. You won't pay 1 gold for a room. He's not going to pay much more for that kind of stuff.
Whoa there, buddy. I just paid the man a whole 40 gold for this here lockpick set.
So you can go into more rooms where you won't pay to stay the night?
And Barthen loudly declares, I have some other business to tend to and suddenly have forgotten the last few seconds of this conversation, and just like walks out of the back, like out of the space into the back, and just like leaves.
Snitches get stitches, Barthen.
Barthen's a fucking homie, dude. He's my favorite NPC right now.
Yeah, I don't trust
Barthen's a real one.
Snitch. Everyone else can afford 3 coppers worth of purchases a day. We're money makers. But Bronze goes up to him, is like, "Have you spoken to him about the delivery?"
Not yet. He wanted to wait until the rest of the group arrived. He was wondering where everybody was. I said you'd be along shortly.
Well, I appreciate that. Maybe you shouldn't have come busting in telling you of your illicit activities.
Seriously. God, I'm hurt.
You deserve it, though. You can't say you don't.
I absolutely can.
No.
Don't worry, I'll lockpick something real special for you later on down the road just to make up for it. What do you say? I'm gonna give him a really like cheesy wink.
Yeah, just honestly, next time, just ask.
Hey, can I sleep in your room next time that you're unaware?
You can ask next time, and you can knock or something.
Sounds like a weird fetish Pabu has now of like, can I sleep in your room when you
it's
don't
like
know
it's
I'm
like
there?
reverse voyeurism.
Yeah, it's like the guy who's like, it's like freaking Jerry's dad on Rick and Morty where he likes to watch people in the closet.
Metaphorically or literally?
Literally, like he just likes to sleep in rooms when he knows the other person doesn't know he's there. He's the man in the wall.
Ridiculous. Before too long, you guys hear some like rattling around. Barton like peeks his eyes out, sees that you guys have changed conversational topic, and resumes his post. Fearoth, you are clean. Randall is
Yeah.
still sleeping. You are ready to depart. What would you like to
Uh-huh.
do?
She's gonna leave him a note. Because Homeboy's gonna wake up and it's gonna be a bit weird. Just kinda, I will see you when I see you. And I will fill you in on what happened last night. Don't fuck with Pabu. XOXO, and then just like F, and then that's all the note she says on leave, and just kind of, just pat it on him and head on out.
Oh, she likes me. She really likes me.
Oh.
And she
Wake up with me after I randomly was like, grab my ass, not his.
That's
because,
yeah, but that's because Papa was more interested in bronze. I mean, it's not the personal. But we're so Fearoth also arrives at Barthen's and sees the ox to the wagon with the crates, and can see through the window that Pabu and Bronze have already arrived and are kind of standing idly in the shop proper with Barthen. What is she's going to walk in? Does she have any plans?
This is just for fun. What kind of ox is it?
It is a.
There's like really hairy ones, like the
want
really
it to be
wide
the orange
horns.
one with bangs, but I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on, orange ox. Can it be this
fuck.
one, Dave?
I used to know what they're called too.
Orange oxen with bangs.
It's a long-haired ox.
Long-haired ox.
Hold on.
No, that's what it's called. It's a Himalayan long-haired ox.
They're Highland cows, also known as musk ox.
A musk ox, that's what they're called. And sure, it could be a musk ox. It's probably cold enough here for it to be a musk ox.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to confirm if it was or wasn't. She's gonna head inside. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, that's our traveling buddy.
Okay, hold on. Let's. I gotta show off for the good people. That's the musk ox attached to
Look
the
at
wagon.
The boy. Look at the boy.
Look at his bangs. I wonder why they don't trim them.
I don't know.
It's just against nature, man.
Nature, man.
I'm gonna look that up. Highland cow. Why?
Okay, you can Google it just in the background. So you have walked into this space with your other two compatriots, and what are you guys talking about when she walks in?
Probably discussing like the prices of torches and like the benefits of torches versus sun rods.
Cool. I love it. And so Fearoth walks into like, yeah, sure, they might be a little more expensive, but next time there's a torrential downpour, you'll be grateful to have one. And the three of you are together. Barthen sees Faye walk in and says, he clasps his hands. He says, now that you have all arrived, he was saying, I would like to once again thank you for taking this job. I know that the payment you're going to receive is thanks enough, but the good people of the logging camp, they work hard and deserve all the support we can give them. It'll be a couple of days' journey for you all to get there. You'll need to camp at least once between here and there. If you don't mind making new friends, I always suggest stopping in on what the fuck is his name? Stopping in on Falcon at the Falcon's hunting lodge. He helps rich folk go out with their hunts and contracts for adventurers. But he's a kind-hearted fellow, and anyone who brings him a nice bottle of wine earns a place under his keep. As it happens, I sell nice bottles of wine.
Much for one of those bottles.
Just deadly silence.
His he's pitching, he's waiting, first person to talk loses kind of thing. And he says, 10 gold, a steal.
A steal, you say? Challenge accepted.
Hold on. As Faye being a wine connoisseur, can she know if that's like a ripoff?
Oh my god.
Once he produces the wine,
Canonically,
she can't.
It's at a nice.
She can't like open it without, like buying it. So she like looks at it and it looks right from the outside, but Barthen's not going to let you uncork this bottle without buying it.
Faye's just gonna look at Bronze and just kind of give him the nod. Might as well.
Bronze is gonna give him the 10 gold.
Okay, great. And he's going to gladly hand over the bottle of wine and say, tell old Falcon that Barthen says hello, remembers his favorite, and always thinks of him when there are adventures coming through his way. And he's going to give you guys like a little wink.
Oh, I found out why cows have bangs. It works like eyelashes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So Barthen has told you to pass on his regards to Falcon. Does anybody have a response for him?
You got it, dude.
Does that and gives him wink back.
Barthen is going to say, well, let's see here. What the fuck is his name? Does he have a name?
That one guy. That one fucking guy.
And Barthen says, well, treat old Vincent out there well. He's a hard worker. Let him rest. Eat some grass when he at the end of your day. And don't get him killed.
Our buddy's name is Vincent. I love him.
Oh my god. He has the name I picked if I had a kid.
Vinny!
That's the name
Vincent.
of this. That's the name of this oxen.
Yeah, that's one of me and Andreas' baby's names. The few he agreed with me.
Yeah.
If the ox dies, I will cry, Dave.
Don't let the ox die.
This is D&D. Everything can die.
I'm just gonna warn you. It's gonna be emotional.
Well, it's gonna be your fault if the ox dies.
Fucking excuse you, Jeremy? I'm gonna risk Faye's life for this ox.
So, Barthen has bid you guys, good luck and to take care of Vincent. He has encouraged you to stop in and see Falcon at his hunting lodge. And since you'll need to be camped out for a night anyway, and you guys are are basically in your last stages of getting prepared before leaving town with this wagon of goods, what are you guys doing?
Quick question. This was not the person delivery, right?
No, this is the stuff delivery. You guys,
okay,
the job board, and that's a good point. As a reminder, the job board read, and I quote, "Deep in Neverwinter Wood, which is to the north along the Tribord Trail, which you guys are now relatively familiar with after the Big Al incident. Deep in Neverwinter Wood, along the river that flows west towards Neverwinter, is a logging camp. Every 2 months, Phandelver delivers fresh supplies to the camp, which is run by the half-brother of Phandelver's town master, Harbin Wester. Barthen, the local provisioner, has prepared a new delivery. He needs someone to bear the supplies safely to the camp, return to Harbin with a notice of delivery signed by his half-brother, Tibor, that's his half-brother's name, Tibor Wester, to claim your reward of 200 gold per person." So that's the job that you've accepted off the board.
Alright.
Let's do this.
This is just like we're all geared up. No need, and nothing left to buy. No sun rods, Pabu.
Sun rods, that's what they're called. Thank you.
No, I'm all good. I got what I wanted.
All right. All right. Ron's just gonna pick up a couple of like 3 more rations, and then he's good.
Cool. Those are just regular price. You can remove the rations from or add them to your inventory and remove the gold.
Yeah.
Oh, just to let you guys know, I will need to break at 8 to let the puppies go tinkles.
That is fine. Half hour from now. So then you guys all, are leaving basically with the morning sun rising. You guys all got a very early start. You knew you stopped by Barthen's last night and got everything prepared, all your ducks in a row, specifically so you guys could do just this. Come here, check in with Barthen, and leave. And you guys hit the Tribor Trail, headed north towards Neverwinter Wood. You've been given rough directions on where to go from Barthen. I need to know who is leading the party, and I need that person to roll me a survival check.
I know Faye. You guys fine with Faye?
Sure, she's a hunter.
Yeah.
My survival's only a +2. Go for it.
Okay. Dirty 20, so 10 plus 10.
Is enough for you guys to be like making your way along at a pretty good click along the road here. Oh shit.
Is Vincent secretly evil?
Oh shit.
When Vincent's gonna get ripped up.
We killed the BBEG.
So
we killed the big giant?
Nothing.
So you guys have been running these quests out of Phandelver, which is, an adventuring town. There are legendary mines, ruins from civilizations past, countless treasures to be had around it, which is why adventuring folk come out here in the first place. It's the whole reason why anybody lives out here. But there was, Harbin is terrified and won't leave his house because of threats of a dragon attack. And after traveling along this road for 6-8 hours, there's the wind picks up and there's a low rumble, which sets over the entire road here, and the hair on all of the back of your neck stand up, and there's a deep thrumming. Woof. Woof. That's growing louder as you guys are traveling along this road here.
Can we tell what direction it's coming from?
Perception check?
You guys are on a north-south road. And sure, go ahead. Roll me a perception check. Faye, you asked which direction it's coming from. You can roll the check.
Okay, 15 plus 10, 25.
You're able to identify that this is coming from the northeast. So in kind of the direction you guys are traveling, off to the right, but coming in towards you. And there are hills and trees on either side, which does block some of your visibility. But this sound is growing louder. And it does
Can we
not
tell it to...
It does not take very long for the three of you to all universally realize at the same time that the dragon is real. And not only is it real, but it is nearby.
And it's not the sexy Shrek.
It hasn't come into view yet. You guys can't see it.
Oh. Okay. Are there optional detour roads we could take to get away from this fucking thing?
Not in the time that you guys have. The Triboar Trail is a singular trail with a singular road with a few trails coming off it to the different landmarks, but those are miles and miles and miles away from one another.
Bronze is going to be looking around for any, I guess, large stones or things that can be hidden behind.
That's true.
There are a few trees and stones which you can hide behind. Go ahead and roll a perception check. Pabu, what are you doing? Faye's looked around. Bronze is in the sky. Bronze has looked around on the ground. What's Pabu doing?
Oof. Total of 14.
Total of 14. He finds a stone which is probably large enough to hide his small dwarven figure from most of a dragon attack.
I want to roll a stealth check and try to hide, like, in the knot of a tree or something.
Great. Go ahead and roll me that stealth roll.
Bronze was looking for something big enough to hide to lead the ox to.
And can Faye do like a roll with Bronze to try to hide the cow?
I will save you guys the time. There is no obvious hiding place for Vincent.
21.
21. Great. Let me write that down.
Okay. All right.
Could you make a cave?
Okay. In the time that you guys have been talking and looking around, the sight of a dragon figure comes into view above you, and as it dives down towards the group of you, it is obvious that the most harrowing fight of each of your lives is here. Please roll initiative.
Did we do like a bad roll to deserve this, or is this punishment for last week's game?
But I'm asleep.
So I will pull back the curtain a little bit and let you guys know.
It's definitely punishment for the Powerpuff Girls episode.
It's not. I want to go on record. I promised you guys I would roll.
No, I
know. Or I would run this as is. There's the chart for the D20 I roll every time you guys go somewhere to see where the dragon is right now.
Sick.
And we got fucked. Can the dragon be a sexy one like the one from Shrek?
No.
I don't expect it to be.
No, it's not.
Yeah, we don't have a bard in the party to seduce the dragon.
Okay. I know. You could have been the perfect bard. I would have believed that you could fuck the dragon.
Also, seeing Bink's icon has me feeling no less emotions. Castle, basically not last session, but 2 sessions ago, we were in the process of playing this campaign, and Jennifer just said, like, off the cuff, like, oh, hey, one of our characters is blue, one of our characters is green, one of our characters is red. We're, like, the Powerpuff Girls. And from there, like, references and callbacks kept getting brought up to the point to where real brainstorming began
20
to happen.
minutes.
And somebody said, oh, Dave, you should run a Powerpuff Girls, one-shot at some point. And I was like, well, the only way that I would run a Powerpuff Girls one-shot would be if it were in, like, a Bioshock-type dystopian future where the, like, chemical that gives Powerpuff Girls their powers is a drug like heroin, and they're, like, addicted to it, and the professor's, like, this maniacal guy, and the world is all, like, twisted. And we kept coming up with ideas, and it got to the point to where I literally told the group, I was like, all right, guys, we can either plan the Powerpuff Girls one-shot or we can play D&D. I can't do both. And ideas kept coming. And so I literally, like, you can see the videos on YouTube. I, like, drop the game and I, like, pull up a Word doc. I'm like, all right, we're gonna play Powerpuff Girls. I'm done. Like, that's what we're doing. And,
for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
We cut in the middle of me trying to hit on the bartender to plan a fucking Powerpuff Girls one.
We went to, like, creating the Dingleberry Darlings, who are a bunch of, like, a stripper, like, drug fueled.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Who, like,
we, like, worked in some of the major villains. And,
oh my god. We were Googling Powerpuff Girls lore and shit.
Yeah. And I have to make this point yet. The Dingleberry Darlings calling card is a thong. Literally, just that's how we find out. And it's like, oh, the different ends of, like, is it Miss Bellum the evil one, or is it this, or was it that? Was the professor just getting his booty call done? You know, that.
Well, and like the entire time, Dave is like, "Oh, don't worry, I've got plenty of potential ideas. There will be red herrings."
Yeah, that way we don't know exactly which ending it's gonna be. There was talks about the vegetable villains, the amoeba boys, the rowdy rough boys. Oh,
Him,
him,
Yep.
who is the like
Mojo.
mistress or like the leader of the Dingleberry Darlings.
Tell you
We're
what,
we're
Castle.
kind of the worst.
I think I have it on. I think I have it a VOD up as well, but here is the YouTube video or the link to YouTube for that episode. So I apologize. The Powerpuff Girl. I should really like cut all the Powerpuff Girls stuff into like a supercut. But literally the last hour and a half of that, you can just like click through until you see the map change to just a white Word doc. At that point, we're like planning Powerpuff Girls and like looking into like enemies and all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, it
was
was
great.
wild. It was wild. It was very
It
cool. Okay, guys, I need you guys to put your tiles down, please.
Where are we? Okay.
You guys are coming from the southern end, so down here.
Does Vincent get one?
Vincent is going to get one. If you guys want to make him one, you guys can. In the meantime, Vincent.
Pretty sure there's a.
Hold on. Can someone make it where it's actually?
Yeah.
Oh wait. One
Well,
where
there's
it's
a.
photo?
There's animal ones.
There's like
Yeah,
a beast one. There's
I'll
just-
make
I
it.
think
Just
that's fine.
give me a second.
Can we create one using the actual photo in the Discord?
I am.
I
Chill.
think Jeremy's literally on it. Yeah, give him a minute. Oh no.
I did
that's
get initiative of 2022.
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. We gotta roll for
You
initiative.
gotta roll your initiatives for me, please.
Okay. Oh, nat 20, baby, plus. Not the time I want to roll it, plus so 25.
Give me a second.
I got it.
I will ask for them when I'm ready. The black dots are boulders.
Okay. Black square.
That's
The
wagon.
car, I think.
That's the wagon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's do no.
Okay, great.
Well,
Please, I need to see this one shot. Yeah, I mean, you can skip to the end. I could. Honestly, I could probably just like invite you to look at it at some point. Create like an invite link to it, or I could post
Yeah,
it.
if it's a Google one, you can do a share link and then just click so no one edits it, so it's just view doc.
Right. Yeah, I might do that. I might do that. Tell you what, Castle. After our break, I will see about getting you the actual doc itself. In the meantime, like I said, there's the video where the idea was born. So you can watch that all happening organically and naturally as time goes on. Fucking 6. So then now I am ready for initiatives. I've got Pabu. I'm gonna write down bronze.
It's so cute.
And then we've got Faye and the baddies. Great. So Faye, what was your final?
25.
Bronze, your final?
22.
Pabu, your final?
a 5.
Ooh.
Got a nat 1, baby.
And I didn't roll for the bad guys yet. That is
Bad.
interesting. That is
Wait, did
interesting.
Vincent get a roll?
That's a good point. I should roll for Vincent too.
Please let him have a chance.
Oh, that's a bummer. Okay.
Vincent or the dragon?
So let's see here. So real quick, bronze. What is your dexterity?
No, 12.
12. Okay. So awesome. Okay. So into your view comes though it is young, a dragon which is white as snow, and the sunlight is glimmering and glistening off of it as it turns in the sunlight and dives down at you all. Its mouth is open, teeth and fangs, which each are 6 inches long, from a huge maw, opens, and you can see the blue, the blue white, hot ball of energy forming in the back of its throat. Faye, what you doing?
Okay, first off, gonna do what's it called? It's like the studied target. Automatically, she's gonna do that to the dragon. Can she try to like guard Vincent at all? Can she try to protect the cow?
She can do whatever she wants to do.
Okay.
She just needs to tell me what she's doing. So you're gonna study target. You just have to be able to see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay, so
let me actually, before you do your tactical moves, let me drop the dragon.
Okay, so let me see it. Okay, she's kind of already in front of Vincent at the moment, so she's just gonna stay where she's at, and I think she'll apply deadly aim with studied target. The -2 cancels out, so she's gonna try to shoot the dragon.
She's gonna try and shoot the dragon.
Shoot the dragon. Okay, dude. How far is he?
5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75. He's 80 feet away from you vertically, and then he's descending, but currently he's probably another 100 feet up, which adds about 50 feet. So we're gonna call it like 130 feet total away from you.
Okay, so I would use my 200 feet for the bow.
Yeah, if it's above your first range increment, you'll have to use your second.
Okay. Let's see.
Which is the other nice thing about Pathfinder, Jeremy, is that ranged weapons have increments where they get like less effective as distance goes, but it's not like an advantage disadvantage thing. It's just like,
okay,
plus 7 for 30 feet, plus 6 for up to 120 feet, plus 5 out to 300 feet. And it's just like static like that.
Yeah, but like while I appreciate that, that's so much extra work.
It's all on your sheet. I mean, you just look at it. You just ask your DM how far is it, or count the squares. I mean, it's not.
Okay, does 23 hit?
Does 23 hit the dragon? It does.
Okay.
Durgan.
Hit that motherfucker. Okay, so hold on. +4. Do I add anything? Okay, so 12.
12 damage to the dragon.
Is this what they all want?
Great. As you fire your bow at it and watch as one of your shots does wedge itself in his underbelly, but he does not seem disturbed. His route has not changed. He is still bearing down on you guys.
For like when a phase like roll regular rolls, can she do some type of a knowledge check to see what kind of like dragon it is?
Dragons break down to what color they are. So this is a white dragon. You can tell that by looking at it.
Okay. Could she like, I guess, do a knowledge thing to try weaknesses of any type that she could think of, like a dungeoneering?
Weaknesses are like I'll just save you time. There's nothing on his stat block which looks anything like a weakness.
Okay, so we're fucked. Okay, thank you.
Cool.
That's it. I'm probably gonna mute and take the puppies out, but I will be here.
Okay. If she's done, then that brings us to the very dexterous bronze.
Bronze is going to cast Sanctuary, or he's gonna go up and cast Sanctuary on Vinny.
Okay. Read me Sanctuary.
Any opponent attempting to directly attack the warded creature, even with the target spell, must attempt will save, and then looking up the d20 thing for it. If they fail that will save, basically they can't follow through with the attack.
It doesn't. They can't pick a new target.
They can pick a new target. Let's see, actually. Part of this action. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess it really depends.
Save succeeds, the opponent can attack normally and is unaffected. The save fails, the opponent can't follow through with the attack. That part of its action is lost, and it can't directly attack the warded creature for the duration of the spell. Those not attempting to attack the subject remain unaffected. The spell does not prevent the warded creature from being attacked or affected by area of effect spells. The subject cannot attack without breaking the spell. Okay, great. So I want to make sure you caught that important line that it does not affect area effect spells.
Yep. I was. That's really the toss-up is whatever they're gonna do is if it's area of effect, and it probably is. But like, what's bronze gonna do from 150 feet away aside from that?
It's a great question.
Okay.
Who were you applying this to?
Vinny.
Oh, okay. I thought so. Thank you for protecting the cow.
It's probably not going to matter, but an attempt is being made, because also, who's going to carry our stuff if the cow dies?
Well, the closest thing to the cow we got is fucking Faye, so...
Yeah.
Hope the cow doesn't die. Also,
hopefully not.
Nugget and the cat. He went Tinkies.
DC for that save is 14 if it matters.
DC, okay, I'm going to make a note that the DC is 14. Sanctuary DC 14. Great. Okay, are you done?
Yeah. He is going to use the blessing to cast aid on himself.
Okay.
And so it's going to use a blessing spell, but it's a quick or swift action.
And bronze hasn't moved, so that's fine.
Yeah, and it's just going to give him some temporary HP.
What is your current HP out of curiosity?
It's full because we slept, right?
Yeah, should be.
34 at 34. So it's going to be, let's just look that real quick, what it's going to be now. Ooh, nice, almost max.
That's so
11.
Wow. Okay. All right.
So it gives it 55 HP now, and he has a plus bonus to saves.
Well, that's great.
That's it for him.
Hey, Castle, I think that is the first redemption ever on the channel. No, actually, it's the second. It's the second redemption. But thank
What's
you.
redemption?
I will hydrate. People who watch the channel earn like points for just like being here. And remember when I told you, I warned you guys, I'm like, hey, I'm adding like these point features in, and
the sing along thing.
The sing thing, right? That's the like top tier deal. I'm pretty sure I didn't do the math, but I'm pretty sure you have to watch like multiple 4-hour streams and not redeem any points to be able to redeem that, because obviously I can't. You can only redeem one per stream because obviously I can't like sing for an entire D&D session.
I was wondered what these were.
But Castle redeemed hydration, which is I think one of my cheapest, and it's just to hydrate. So I'm stopping the game for a moment and drinking some water and hydrating.
It's your second most expensive.
Is it my second most expensive?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I set that up brand new. Castle, full disclosure, you are basically my only playtester for that stuff. So if you think of stuff, if you think things are too cheap or too expensive or whatever, fucking let me know, and I will take your opinion very seriously because it's basically one of the only opinions I care about right now because you're the only one here. Well, you're one of like 4 or 5 here, so you're the best. Okay, so and hydrate goes for
Yeah.
everyone, not just you. So that means Castle says you guys also have to hydrate, and specifically you, Jeremy. You're being called out by name in chat.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
So there's
All right.
that.
Give me 1 minute. I'll go find a drink.
Oh, and now I gotta stretch. We might as well take our break here then, guys. If we're like stretching and.
I'm gonna go put speaking of pups, we got a pup in the chat, baby.
We got a pup in the chat. Okay, let's get that up because pups in the chat
Upper
are a good
It's
thing.
nice.
Oh, we got a pup in the chat in a little crate. Oh, a little tiny one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, he's
you
learning.
just
He's learning how to be a puppy.
look at him.
Oh,
Look at that face.
little
Yeah,
tiny
no, I
guy.
went out
Look
there
at
to
him
make him go
tiny.
tinkles, but my grandma beat me to it. She has nibbles right now going out. They're actually surprisingly potty trained. We're doing the crate system. They have a potty crate outside, and I put them in there, and they pee within like 2 minutes.
Well, if you track what you put in them, then you know when it needs to come out, and it makes the whole
Oh
process a
yeah.
lot easier.
Oh yeah, they had a bit of difficulty. They were constipated for a couple days, but vet said that was normal. They had worms, but we got them the medicine. They were fine,
Right,
and now they're
right.
pooping.
Yeah, worms are a crazy one that like just like a
Yeah, they had.
couple of pills, and they're like totally good.
Yeah, they had tapeworms, which like vet said most dogs from rescues will normally have tapeworms at some point because
Yeah,
fleas.
yeah.
Never hit them, but
Well, sick. It's about 8, which is when I would plan to take our break anyway. I know you already let the doggo out, but I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
put him to
finish
bed.
that stretch redemption, and
You're
we'll
welcome.
be back in like 5 minutes.
All right.
Trying to think of other redeem ideas and such because I know this other streamer has a redeem where you can't use a specific word. That would be interesting. I'd have to think of one that the DM uses a lot. It couldn't be like you because I use you. I'd have to use like proper nouns. Or that could be fun. Proper nouns only. It can't be you. It's like Pabu, da 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 da. Fearoth, da 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 da. Because I get trapped in that one a
You,
lot.
you'd be speaking far more narratively.
Yeah, probably like I'm telling a story or something. Oh, Redeemer picks the word. Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be interesting.
You can't use the word roll.
Please determine a randomized result for me.
Throw some math rocks.
You can't use the word natural. That is an organic 20.
An organic 20.
Okay, no, for real. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go take care of myself. We will be right back, y'all.
Okay, so you're not streaming now?
Now I am deafened, and what you guys say will not come over. Oh well, I'm saying something. All right, guys. As soon as I can find all right screen, I can get my little hood back on here. All right. Sick. So the dragon may or may not have just attacked. Definitely did, or at least is swooping in. Fearoth has taken a shot at it. Bronze has begrudgingly performed some like support services, and this song is absolutely wrong for this. We need something with
Oh my god, look pregnant.
a little bit more.
I took the liberty of naming everything.
Took the liberty of naming everything. Look at you. There was one that was really good that I really liked, but
Wait, Dave, earlier did you say this thing was like not full grown?
this thing is not full grown. That's correct.
Okay, so it's a baby.
Well,
Maybe dead at those.
it's young. It's not a baby. A baby
Big,
would be an egg or a
honking.
wormling or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah. So Bronze has relegated himself to performing support duties, and now it's the Durgan's turn. Now he gets to do things. And
Big Durgan.
boy, oh boy, is he gonna do some things.
I'd like to point out I'm hiding.
That's true.
He hasn't moved yet, but that's a good point. I will roll a perception check for him.
My stealth was a 21.
I remember.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So the Durgan is basically just beelining you guys. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So he's still. I will remind you. He's like 100 feet up in the air. 100 feet up. Great. That ball of energy, which you guys could see emanating as he made his approach, is coming to its fruition. And as its voice screeches and tears apart the stillness of your simple traveling day, so too does the blast of blue, hot, bright blue frost breath that comes out of this creature. And I need everyone. I need Bronze, Fey, and I will roll for Vinny as we all make Constitution saving throws, please. Becky, you are in time for a Dragon Breath attack, so that'll be exciting.
Durgan.
Wow.
We weren't saying anything about your fat cats, but Jen was like, "Oh God, our cat is so fat," and I'm like, "Hold my beer, let me get bagels real."
Hold my beer.
Oh, thank God. Are we taking stats?
Hold on, give me a second. I need to double check something. I need to know what your guys' results are from your Constitution saving throws.
Dirty 20 for Faye.
Dirty 20 for Faye. Bronze?
Constitution, so fortitude, or just
Fortitude, yeah. That'd be a fort save.
dang. It's gonna be 11, 12.
That's a 12. Great. And Vinny made his save for whatever it's worth.
Yeah, he did.
Ew.
Vinny's a good boy.
Okay. +18 plus 12 is 30, plus another Anyone who failed their save, which I think is just bronze, takes
Jeremy, you ass.
takes 45 damage.
What I do?
Yeah.
Everybody who did make their save takes 22 frost damage.
Oh.
I'm so glad I got the temporary hit points.
Hold on.
Why am I an ass?
Randall on Faye?
What's that?
Who put the tiny Randall on Faye?
It's to symbolize that he's always on your mind.
Exactly.
Oh, that's why I called you an ass, Jeremy. I'm gonna hope that we leave this situation.
Oh, bronze is at exactly 0 HP.
Oh no.
Is he at exactly 0?
Yeah.
I thought you had more than that.
No, I messed up. I did the math wrong. I thought I had 55. I had 45.
Cool. So, I'm pretty sure at 0 HP you're still good. Pathfinder 0 HP. I think you can do like one of your like you can still move, but you can't attack. So you're disabled at 0 hit points. You gain the staggered condition, and you can only take a single move action or standard action each turn, but not both, nor can you take full round actions. You can take move actions without further injuring yourself, but if you perform any standard action or any other strenuous action, you take 1 point of damage after completing the act. Unless your activity increased your hit points, you are now at -1 hit points and dying. So you're good. You can either move or attack, and you have the staggered condition.
Yeah, so as long as he doesn't get hit again, he'll be fine.
Let's say you should probably use an action to drink a health potion.
Yeah. He's gonna do more. He's gonna cure major wounds. This bitch.
Nice.
Moderate.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, because I'm still looking up staggered. You're good.
How much does cow weigh? Probably.
I don't know. As much as an average. What did we decide? How much does a muskox weigh? You specifically made this cow a specific kind, so.
Average weight 400 to 900 pounds.
So we're gonna call it 650 pounds.
Okay. Realistically, could we pick the cow up and run?
Well, it doesn't matter. This cow has collapsed. This cow is done.
It's dead.
It is incapacitated. You guys can take one of your actions on your turn to do a medicine check on it to determine its status, but it's not moving. And that's it for the Durgan. From Pabu's perspective, he just feels this like intense cold, like it's like a blizzard rolled in suddenly, and he can like see like bits of frost and like sheets of ice like whizzing by on either side of the stone that he's like huddled up behind, and based on how much cold shrapnel and debris is flying past him all the way back here, he's like dread to think, like he's certain everybody's dead. Everybody's got to be dead. Is anybody making any noise up there? Anybody who just got struck? Because Vinny didn't even have time to call out. Vinny didn't even have time to moo. He like down, like done, like it didn't even get out.
It's like shell shock, so now probably no noise.
Faye's probably going like, the burning of ice.
Yeah. Great. Well, that's I think it for the Durgan. I don't think he has any like free actions or any fun shit like that.
Pabu won't take a nap.
Yeah, so then it would be Vince, Vinny, but he's not in a good way right now. I guess I should.
Yeah. Death saves.
That's interesting. Pathfinder, interestingly, doesn't have death saves. It has one. Basically, you have one dice roll you make at the very beginning when you take negative damage, and that roll has to be more than the negative amount that you became, and it's kind of like a one and done. Like if you can do that, you stabilize, and if not, then you don't. Yeah, it's a really interesting death system. Um, but
I keep forgetting to ask: are you on first edition or second edition?
we're on first edition. First edition is the free edition. Second edition is the paid edition. Although we recently just came into all of the second edition PDFs in my other group,
Okay.
so we're toying with the idea of switching over to that system for a campaign or a one shot or something. We just haven't had a chance to try it out yet.
Yeah.
But the Durgan's done, and Vinny took his turn, and that means that Pabu, with his incredibly high initiative roll, finally gets a go.
You're goddamn right. I was so high, it's my second turn. Everybody's in a bad way. I don't even know, man. I'm gonna peek around the corner, see that there's fucking ice everywhere,
These
and be real.
collapsed wagons covered in the two crates are like icicles.
Real screwed.
Yeah. Bronze looks like he's barely hanging on. Like Bronze looks like a strong breeze would knock him over.
Was this like an Oregon Trail type covered wagon or what?
No, this was a like a flatbed wagon with the little with like 18-inch sides. You know, just enough to keep the crates from falling out.
Yeah. So how much of the ice is like completely covering the crates? Like, could I get into the back of the cart and like grab some of the supplies if I needed to?
Not without taking one standard action to crack open one of these crates. There's a solid layer of ice on the outside, and like you're strong enough. You're wet. I guess you don't. Yeah, you have a weapon. Your weapon or like some earth bending, like get through the ice, but.
Damn, I just thought of a great flavor idea that I don't think works mechanically.
That happens. What do you want to do? Talk to me about it.
Damn. Well, because I was thinking more Avatar than Pathfinder, I was like, I want an earthbend of a stone spike under the wagon to fling it at the dragon.
Oh, that's cool as shit.
But that don't work.
I don't think that your kineticist is quite that practiced yet.
What if we say "pwitty pwee"?
Nope. Not even in this campaign.
And my kinetic blasts don't go that far, so I'm gonna hide like under the wagon.
Okay, you're still in stealth, so you're moving at half speed, but you're not moving very far, so that's still fine.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go here. I do wanna try to crack open the crate that's at the edge here, and after I open it, then go under the thing. I don't take anything out of the crate, but I just want to like crack the ice off and then hide under the wagon.
You got it. So you went ahead and spent one of your actions to crack open the crate, and the other action to move under the wagon.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do, Papa?
That'll be it for the time being.
We're back at the top. Feyroth! You're feeling a little cold. What would you like to do?
And it's not just your heart.
God damn you, Jeremy. Oh, let me think. Well, there is no. I feel like there is, but we're gonna die. We've lost Benny. I don't think Bronze is gonna make it. Can Faye see if she can pick up Bronze and try to run?
Make it, just letting you know.
What?
Bronze...
What'd you say?
Bronze gonna make it. He just needs to get to his turn.
I thought you said you were naked.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah. Let's get it on.
More of like I thought you were saying Bronze is naked, so he'll be easier to pick up, and I was like, why the hell is Bronze naked?
He started feeling the hypothermia and threw off all his clothes to get warmer.
Oh,
well, I was gonna say you soaked him, so he had to take off all of his clothes and armor to dry off.
He's just been butt naked this whole time. He's like one of those. Oh, which of the clans, the dramatic clans, did it where they battled butt naked?
I don't know.
It was in like against a Rome.
It's okay. whose turn we're on. Faye, it's
It's
your turn.
Faye.
What are you
Top of
doing?
the order. We're at top of the order.
I think Faye's gonna if Bronze is okay then and we're waiting for his turn, Faye's is gonna she's sleeping. This is not worth it. We're gonna die. So she is gonna run. Let me see what her movement.
Are you fleeing battle?
Yes.
Because if you're fleeing battle, then you just run 3 times your speed towards just away from your enemies. You basically like give up all control and you just move 3 times your speed
fleeing
away.
battle. This is bad. Yeah.
Okay, great. Are you going to say anything to your party as you flee?
She don't give a damn about us.
He does to an extent. Bronze, she's just gonna say, "This isn't worth it. We gotta go." Does she see Pabu?
Is Pabu hiding himself from her or just from the dragon?
I mean, I don't know how I would be able to not hide myself from everybody, but specifically the dragon.
I was about to say, this is just a player choice. You get to reveal yourself to your party members if you like, basically.
Yeah. Hey, but before you keep going, grab whatever's in the box.
Okay, can Faye pick up one of the boxes on the way out?
You are not fleeing then. Then you are using your movement to move to the edge of the box. You are using your action to pull items out of the box, and the rest of your movement to move away.
Okay. Okay, she'll pick up a box. If Pablo can get one of the other ones, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are huge boxes. This is going to slow you down substantially.
She'll pick it up, and if worse comes to worse, we're dropping the box. Let's do this.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35 feet puts you at the back of the wagon, which should be your movement. And then you will need to give me a strength check.
Okay. Oh, thank God. 17 plus 2, so 19.
You're able to clear this crate from the back of the wagon and like hoist it to your waist, but that takes the rest of your action. Is getting that thing up.
Okay.
Getting this crate, which is 4 feet to a side, 4.5 feet to a side, and chock full of supplies out of the wagon in 6 seconds. So there you go. Brings us to Bronze.
Oh God. Okay.
There's a pile of frozen steak next to you, and a dragon above you. What are you gonna do, bud?
So I want to run through the idea before I commit to it, because it's so right now, because I'm at 0 health, I can only do one thing.
Okay.
Would I be able to use the fervor to do one of the channel energy blasts to heal 2d6 damage, and with the fervor have it be a swift action? Wait, no.
It sounds like you're asking a mechanics question, and that's up to you to know, because it's your character.
Yeah, okay. I can't do what I want to do then. It's too many actions.
You only have one, yeah.
Yeah. Bronze is going to use the fervor and use cure moderate wounds on himself.
Okay. And that's the action you're going to take? Which, full disclosure, will cost you 1 hit point when you're done.
Yeah, but with the fervor, it makes it a swift action. Would I still have an action after that if I heal up?
You would still have an action after that, but doing anything that's not moving costs 1 hit point.
Yeah, willing to accept that.
Cool. Yeah, I just want to make sure it's clear. Yeah.
Roll that.
Fuck yeah.
2d8.
Who said fuck yeah?
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, okay.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's why I was like, why is there like a strange high-pitched voice in the background?
Fervor 3.
Talking shit about my voice.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, Bronze heals up for 13, and he still has an action.
Right.
Bronze is gonna look over at Vinny and see if he's still alive.
Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Vinny!
Vinny, he was from Jersey.
I'll take that. It's gonna be a 25.
Vinny is no longer breathing. He is he is frozen completely.
Dang.
Is he like ice?
So to walk you through what I had planned on doing, but I did not have the actions to do so, is do some sort of do the channel positive energy to heal 2d6 damage in an area, and then cause that to get Vinny up. Cast murderous command on her. It wouldn't even work because he would have attacked one of our own, but hoping to cast murderous command on Vinny and get him to attack the dragon so it'd be bait so we can run.
Oh my goodness.
I really need to get command and not just murderous command.
Command is good.
But, okay. With that case then, Braun still has an action, and he is going to...
haul ass like grass.
If he has an action, he can still move afterwards, right?
Now that you're above... Now that you actually have hit points, yeah.
Okay.
And then, let me see here. After Bronze decides what he's going to do, it's going to be the bad guys. So you guys don't have to think about it for a while. Pabu's going to figure out what he wants to do, but he won't get to decide that until after he knows what the dragon has done.
Okay, Bronze is going to channel positive energy to heal 2d6 damage in I think it's a 30-foot radius.
30-foot radius around him? So that'll hit Faye if it's a 30-foot. If it's a 15, it won't.
I think it's 30-foot.
Okay.
Flip, actually.
I summon the spirit of the great Randall to defend us.
Yeah, 30-foot.
30-foot radius?
30-foot radius centered on the warp rates.
Great. Roll your die.
Alright. 2d6.
And Faye will pick... I don't think Pabu needs it because he hasn't taken any damage yet, but Faye will recover whatever it is that you roll.
Not a whole lot. 4.
I'll take it.
Alright, with that, Bronze is gonna start running.
Okay.
If Vinny is still alive, does he heal for 1?
Nothing happens to Vinny, unfortunately.
Okay. He's gonna start running.
10,
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 45, 55. You can get pretty much off the map. The dragon continues his dive, swooping in 5, 10, 15 plus. That would be his movement. And he comes down and he sinks a pair of talons into Vinny and pulls him completely off the ground. And it tilts the cart and the wagon, which is still attached to Vinny, up. And Pabu, I need you and Faye to both make me a reflex save. Faye needs to make it with disadvantage.
Who's doing it with disadvantage?
You are.
Faye.
Okay, that's why.
Giant box.
Yeah. Reasonable.
19.
Okay. Reflex save, you said?
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 26.
Wow, is your worst result?
Yeah, I rolled literally an 18 and then a 17.
Sick. So You guys are both able to quickly sidestep out of the way as the cart turns itself into a ramp and the last remaining crate slides out the back of it because Vinny is being lifted airborne, still attached to the wagon, and it crashes on the ground, and the crate itself breaks open, spreading a bunch of like bread rolls and different like axe tool heads and things like that, like all over the fucking road. And the dragon begins like pulling Vinny and the cart into the air, but he is out of movement. So the whole lot of them are still bundled up pretty near the ground. That is it for him. Pabu, you are up.
Okay, I'm going to be cowering in a fetal position when the cart reveals me underneath it. With the new airflow, I look up and see, oh, I'm in a bad way right now. I would like to take like a quick gander at the supplies that have just spilled themselves along the road,
Right?
and see what might be considered the most valuable or the most important supply present.
Okay, that's more than fair. Give me just a second. Go ahead and roll for your perception check.
Or perception? Okay.
Yeah, perception. Por favor.
That's gonna be a 24.
On your 24, you're looking at this, and a lot of this seems to be like food sustenance. It kind of depends, you know. There's probably an equal value of like ale and of like because there are like casks, there are like pony kegs inside the box basically of ale, and like the axe heads and like the metalworking like tool heads, like they're probably both worth about the same.
Okay. Um. Hmm. Hmm. You said there were only 2 crates?
There were only 2 crates. Faye is holding one, and the other one has now been busted open.
Okay, so it did explode. I guess I want to try to. I want to like try to run. Oh, I want to follow Bronze, but I want to like pick up as much shit as I can along the way.
Roll me just a flat roll plus your dexterity modifier.
Oh baby. Plus Dex is going to be a 22.
What would Pabu prioritize, to the ale or the tools?
Ale or the tools? I mean, from a Pabu perspective, the ale. From a practical perspective, the tools.
So as he's running out of here, it's easy
Wait.
enough for him to.
Is there? Damn it! There's not. Okay, evens is food. Odds is
Tools.
the other one. Yeah. Okay, tools.
Okay, Pabu's like going forth, and he like reaches over for like a pony keg of ale, and he like kind of looks past it and sees like a bunch of axe heads and like tool handles neatly lined up, and he just like makes a a second decision and like reaches past the keg for the tools instead, scoops up a few of them, not enough to count in this moment. Just he's got a couple of them like in his shirt basket, and he's just running.
As he looks past the pony keg, a single tear rolls down his cheek.
Oh, sad faces. That's great. Anything else, Bronze?
Pabu.
Babu. Sorry, might be.
That's gonna be it.
Brings us back to the top with Thayroth, who is wielding a crate. Her party's abandoned her. They're like bolting out of here as fast as they could. Bronze not carrying the damn thing. Pabu's got like a couple of axe heads. Meanwhile, you've got this whole ass crate. What are you gonna do, Faye?
She's gonna keep moving with this goddamn crate.
Sounds great. Roll me an acrobatics. athletics check because there is no athletics in Pathfinder. So roll me acrobatics, please.
13 is my acrobatics plus. And now roll the dice. Okay, so let me calculator. I can't do math. 13 times 13 equals 26.
On a 26, you are able to move your, even at a full dead-ass sprint, you're able to move your entire movement of 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. So you're just basically just like right with the rest of the guys. They are going to outpace you. They are going to be able to, run basically 3 times faster than you. At this
Bronze
current
won't.
at this current rate, and this is obvious to everyone. Well, Bronze is Bronze fleeing battle.
Yeah, but his movement speed's only 20 feet.
Okay, so Bronze is gonna move at twice your speed, Faye. Pabu is gonna move at 3 times your speed. But it is obvious to all parties involved here that you guys are going to be leaving Fearoth in the dust at the current rate, and you guys can hear the dragons. You can feel the gusts of wind from the dragon's wings behind you, and can hear it screeching. Which means that Bronze, I think you're up because Faye is just running. You're just running, so you just run.
Yeah.
So you guys are all just running with your turns. I want to know if at any point you guys are going to stop to help each other, or if you guys are in every man for themselves mode and you're all just moving as quickly as you can.
Figure before Bronze takes his turn, he's going to decide what he's going to do. Bronze is just going to like yell back. It's like, your life's worth more than a few bridles, Faye.
Depends on who's buying.
Faye says she's not in a mood right now to converse with either of you two.
But she is gonna keep on keeping on with the crate.
Yeah, she's doing a job.
So Pabu runs another 40 feet. The dragon takes its turn, and you guys hear, the strained flapping of wings, and after about a few seconds, you hear the crash of the actual wagon itself hitting the ground because the dragon had drug up Vinny and the wagon 50 feet off the ground before the tethers between the two finally snapped and the wagon plummeted the rest of the way to the road, smashing itself to bits and pieces. The dragon then makes its way back to the, let me see here, northeast of where you guys are at, which you guys can not see but hear from the receding sounds of wings. And after a few solid minutes of running, terrified for your lives, out of breath, you all catch up with one another and are, a quarter mile south on the Tribord Trail from where you begun. All of you with your lives. Congratulations, you survived a dragon attack.
Quick question: the ale broke, right?
Not necessarily. But Pabu's not carrying the ale. At this point, the ale's a quarter mile up the road. You guys will have to walk back up there to see any of it.
Okay, I figure once the dragon's Bronze is able to hear and see it flying away, he's gonna start slowing down.
Okay. Yep.
And he's gonna basically wait for Faye to catch up, or he's gonna yell after Pop and says like, "Hey, I think it's running away. We could probably go back and see what's left."
As soon as I hear the dragons running away, I'm in it for the ale.
Just like 180 flip and sprint back up the road. Are you dropping the axe heads, or are you carrying those?
Yeah,
still?
no. I'm dropping the axe heads with Faye, and I'm heading back for the ale.
Bobby was just running past you, Faye, pitches the couple axe heads he has on top of the huge crate that you're carrying, and just continues to sprint back past you in the direction you guys just came from.
Ron's gonna be helping Faye with her box and get it back over.
Back to the
where
where
the
wagon was?
Yeah,
I thought the wagon was crushed.
The wagon
it
is
is.
crushed. Yeah.
Faith is
Um,
planning to go back to Barthen, or like at least like I guess we can pause and see if we want to walk with our stuff to get to that one place.
You guys have been on the
well,
road for the better part of a traveling day already.
Like at this
let's.
point, we're effectively closer to the destination than the origin. Yeah.
You're closer to your midway camping point than to the origin. The destination is still a full day besides that.
Ron's is just like Touffet. He's just like, let's get this back over there so everything's in one place, so we don't have to worry about getting stolen, and then we can figure out a plan from there.
And Faye's just gonna roll her eyes and just turn around and start following Pablo's ass as he runs towards the liquor.
Yeah.
And you guys approach the spot on the road where you were ambushed, where like the rocks and the grass is still frozen. The road is like now slippery because the ice, like the very top layer, has started to melt, and that moisture has begun to collect on the like.
The dragon was nice enough to chill our beer.
And yeah, the wagon. There's like, a third of a wheel. There's like part of the tongue. There's like a bit of one of the springs just like scattered over probably like a 70-foot radius of just like bits and pieces of wagon. And then here in the middle of the road, there's like half of the crate is still intact, which actually has a few, food items in it still. There's a busted keg with beer like frozen in a puddle. And then there's an intact keg, the one that Pabu had reached for, a few more tools, a few more foodstuffs. But this is quite a sorry sight.
Okay, and Bronze is just going to be like, we're very close to the rest stop. I have an idea. Mechanics wise, with the long rest, Bronze will be able to change out one of his prepared spells for Antal, which triples the carrying
I am going to stop you, Bronze. You guys awoke from your long rest less than 12 hours ago, and you can only take one every 24.
Damn.
Really?
Because you guys woke up early and you guys hit the road. You were on the road for 6-8 hours. Like, you've been on the road for the better part of the day. You're only a few hours from your midway point. But yeah, the idea is that like you're not going to be tired 8 hours after you woke up necessarily. Like, yeah, you hurt, but you can't just like sleep everything off all the time.
I mean, we just faced a dragon and then ran like 2 miles in a dead sprint. I'd be pretty fucking tired.
Yeah, but body tired and ready to sleep are very different, as you know, Mr. Insomniac. But I think Pablo, or I think Pablo, Bronze, are you allowed to change your prepared spells if given enough time? If you take an hour, can you swap one spell over from one to another? A lot of times there's a system like that in place.
Oh, I thought it was specifically just with rests.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure. Change prepared spell.
If your only intention is to change a prepared spell, I will rule in this instance that you can do that for one spell in a short rest. So you guys can take an hour, recoup, spend some hit die if you want, change that spell around, and then continue your journey.
All right.
What do we roll for the hit die?
Depends on how many you have and how many you've spent up till this point. But the idea is you guys are, I think, level 5. And so you have 5 hit dice that are like D8s or D10s, whatever your class determines.
Yeah, it depends on your class.
During a short rest of 1 hour, you can roll up to your level of hit dice. You start off with, your level 5. So, you roll 5 D8s. They show 30. You're like, sick. I, rolled max. That's math, right? And I, regained 30 hit points. Or you rolled those 5 hit dice and they come up with 2 each. And you're like, great, I recovered 10 hit points, whatever. You now have 0 hit dice. Next time you take a long rest, you get half of them back. So you get 2. It's always rounded down. You get 2 hit dice back your first long rest, 2 hit dice your second long rest, and then the last one on your third. But you could, continue to keep spending them on short rests if you want. It's designed as a way to be like a free heal for you that you can't just spam and use all the time, but you also don't have to use potions if you've got downtime.
Okay.
I use my hit die then. I'm gonna use 2.
Okay.
Do you know what your hit dice is?
Yeah, it's D10.
Nice. Oh, mine is.
So, spell component for Ant Hall is a pulley. Can Bronze do a check the loot in there, see if there is one, and if not, would he be able to fashion one?
First roll me a perception check as you look with your eyes for a pulley and all the gear.
I mean, I imagine there was a lot of wood and potentially rope and shit with which we could maybe fashion a makeshift pulley.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, worst case scenario, it's rope, it's a thing. Bronze would know how to do this kind of thing. But a perception's going to be 20. Dirty 20.
On a dirty 20, you are able to find a pulley is a relatively common, mundane piece of equipment that people at a logging camp would need to replace occasionally. So there is one of those in here.
Okay. Bron's going to take that, and he is going to when he does cast Ant Hall, he is going to use that.
Okay, great. And who's he casting Ant Hall
on? He is casting Communal.
Okay.
It's a level 2. It's a level 2 spell. He's going to cast it on all 3 of them.
Okay.
So it's 10 hours. So it's going to be 3 hours, 20 minutes a pop.
Which, if you guys move quick, should be just about enough time to get to the Falcon Hunting Lodge. Is that the plan?
Yes.
I think so.
Sounds great. I can't think of anything else to ask for here. So, you guys, give me a second. Different pages of my story. Okay. You guys arrive, and a thin fog surrounds a fortified compound standing in the clearing on the east side of a narrow river. And let me... Oh, did I not get his hunting lodge in here? I thought I did.
One of the spells I had up until this point was Make Whole, and that one would have been really nice for this, because we could have just repaired the part.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Oh, I thought you said make hole as in make a hole, and I was like, so we were gonna hide in a hole?
Oh, that's exactly what I thought too.
Yeah. I was hoping that there was a stone wall or something, and Pablo could just make a cave and we run in and hide, but it didn't.
You hear the thrum of the beating wings of a giant dragon. Hide in the hole!
Ugh.
It's just beat the Crudes.
You guys gotta give me a second. This is the first map that
Can we be the Thunder Sisters?
That I did not have ready to go.
Oh no!
I thought I preloaded every single map, but apparently I only did that for one of the books and not for both of them.
We did it, boys.
If we become badasses, we could be the Thunder Sisters.
Nah.
You don't want to be freaking, have Wiggus's?
Nah. That's a different character then.
Alright. Here's a little context for you guys. A thin fog surrounds a fortified compound standing in a clearing on the east side of a narrow river. A 10-foot-high log palisade surrounds the compound, whose main building is a 2-story stone and wood affair with high-pitched roof, gables, window shutters, and a stone chimney. Attached to the main building is a blocky tower of gray stone, its high roof lined with battlements. Other structures include a two-story stable house and a gatehouse whose flat roof is enclosed by iron railings. A stone bridge spans the river, ending before an oaken door set into the gatehouse's outermost wall. Mounted next to the door is a bell with a short rope hanging from its clapper. You guys are here on the other side of the stone bridge, approaching this walled fortification. What would you guys like to do?
Okay, you said there was a bell.
There's a bell.
And we can ring it.
There's only one way to find out.
Faye's tired enough. She's gonna ring the fucking bell.
Great. You go and ring the bell. Let me see here. Where the fuck is he?
Are we playing for tonight?
That's a good question. It's 9. How much longer do you guys want to go?
I can go to at least 11 since I have to stay up at the end to take the pups out.
Okay. I have work in the morning, as does Andreas. Probably. He's had work in the mornings before. Do you have work tomorrow?
Me? No, I don't work Saturdays now.
Sweet. Jeremy, I know you're a night owl, but how much you got left in you?
I'm typically good for fucking whatever, but if you want to make this a stopping point, it seems like a good one, and I don't mind either way.
Yeah, basically, we're only a couple hours in. I could probably go for up to another hour until about 10. Um,
I'm fine.
This is a good stopping point, but we could probably get you guys through your at least initial interaction here, and maybe get you guys on your way to the to your actual destination you were trying to get the supplies to at the start of the next session. It's totally up to you guys.
I'm fine with doing that if you guys are.
Yeah.
Pushing for an hour? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. Great.
Yeah.
But you guys still need to give me a minute to figure out who the fucking characters are at this place. Give me a second. There's at least 3 of them. A elderly, world-weary cook. That's my whole description. That's all I get. All right, love it. You guys ring the bell and wait, and nothing immediately happens for the first minute or two. If you guys continue to wait,
yeah.
Then eventually you will hear like a croaked old voice, kind of like shouting at you from the other side of the door. Like, what? Oh, just a minute. I'll be there in a minute. I'll just, hold on. And this voice is just like hollering at you guys to like hold on. I'll be right there. And the the window on this door like slides open. He looks out. He's like, "Oh, I was half expecting more orcs. Oh, what a pleasant surprise! Welcome, welcome!" And the door like the slide closes shut, and the big heavy wooden door opens, and before you stands an old world traveled and weathered man, probably like 70, mid 70s, early 80s. It's pretty clear what took so long ringing this bell. And he like opens the door. He's very clearly out of breath. Welcome in. Please, you must be tired. I can see that you have much you've been carrying.
Yeah, man, these things are getting heavier by the minute.
Please, come in. And as you guys walk into the space, you're able to see that there is like a large stable in here, and tending to the horses is a small boy, age of maybe 12, who looks curiously at you folks, but he's still tending to his work with the horses. It's evening, so it's they're evening mealtime. Once you guys are safely behind the wall, the old man looks at you all and says, "My name is Corwin. I'm the cook here. Been serving Master Falchion for, I don't know. God, must be a couple of decades now. He wasn't expecting any visitors. What brings you all out here?
Barson is all Faye's gonna say.
Barton. He's the shopkeep in Phandelver, right?
Yep.
Good man, good man. Does he have something he needs with Falcon?
Yeah, and just like as Bronze is carrying this big one of the big crates is like in my back pocket, if you can reach. There's some good wine for Falcon. Barthen send it forward and let him know that he's still thinking of him.
And Corwin goes and reaches for the wine, takes it, looks at it, and says, "Oh, that he most certainly is. Come, come!" And he leads you into the large, wooden stone lodge inside of these walls with the big, stone tower and chimney. There's a huge, dining hall with hunting trophies. There's owl bear heads and different various beasts and creatures and critters. You know, this looks like some kind of it's what it is. It's a hunting lodge, but a fantasy, but in a fantasy world where the trophies look very different than they would. Stuffed. There's a huge stuffed owl bear by the door, and sitting at the table enjoying his dinner is the man who you assume to be Falcon. He wears a fur-lined coat and he has studded leather armor. He stands. Well, he's not standing now, but he looks like he's obviously a very tall man. He has black hair and broad shoulders with blue eyes, cold and sharp, and a neatly trimmed beard. Falcon, looks up from all of you, stands up from his table, and says, "Welcome. My name is Falcon. I run this lodge. What can I do for you all at this late hour?" And Corwin makes his way to the front of the group and says, "These are visitors Barthen sent with wine, sir." And makes his way over and hands the wine over to Falcon, who takes it from Corwin. Pulls the cork off with his teeth. Spits it out on the table. Smells the wine. Takes a swig of it right out of the bottle, and then licks his lips. "Ah, that is good." Sets it down on the table. Recorks it, and says, "I take it you'll be needing somewhere to stay for the night?"
If you'd be so kind, we did happen upon a dragon on the way here.
"Ah, the dragon. Really? Whereabouts did you run into it? On the trail, or?"
Yep.
On the trail, about a couple miles outside of the intermediary point.
I was going to say,
It
forgive me for asking, but you all look like you're in remarkably good shape to have just had a run-in with a dragon.
Oh yeah, he ran away from us, but he wasn't much of a wasn't liking what we had to give him.
I'm gonna need a bluff check out of Pavu for that one.
A bead of sweat starts to appear on his brow.
Oh man.
That's not bad. It's a 15.
And Falcon looks at you and says, "I have felled many a beast in my day, and some fell easily, and some not so easily. I know these creatures do value their lives." And he kind of looks at you and says, "I don't know if you are any threat to a dragon's life, but I'm glad to hear that you made it out safely." And let's see here, he gestures out to a guest house that he has, a small guest house off in the corner. You guys can see out through the window. And it's going to say, "You guys are more than welcome to set up shop out there for the evening." And he says, Corwin had mentioned that you had supplies of some sorts. Are you on your way to the logging camp?
I'm assuming we're still like carrying these things. We didn't set them down somewhere.
Not unless you guys didn't describe setting them down anywhere. So.
Yeah,
Yes, we are indeed on our way to the logging camp. Apologies for the brusqueness, but might we enter the camp just in case the dragon decides to make another round and to set down these provisions for the time being?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't move you guys. You guys are at this point. You guys are like in the lodge. You guys are like having a conversation with Falcon.
Oh, I thought we were having this conversation at like the entrance gate.
No, Corwin pretty much immediately opened the door for you guys. Had the quick conversation with what brings you guys here, where you saw the stable hand in the like courtyard, and then led you guys into the lodge.
Okay. Yeah. Is there anywhere we can set these that won't be of an inconvenience?
Stable's probably the best place for that. I don't think there's enough room in your quarters for all those supplies.
Alrighty. If you'd be so kind as to show us the way, my apologies. I'm very unfamiliar with this area.
And he's gonna like look down longingly at his dinner, and like stand up and lead you guys, of course, and leads you out and says, "Corwin, would you clean this up, please?" And Corwin's, "Of course, sir." And he like goes starts like collecting the plates and things. Falcon.
Before he does that, I want to ask him. He's like, you're more than welcome to have your assistant take us there if you need your dinner. By all means, sir.
And Falcon says, "No, no. I am a good host, and I will never slight my guests where honor is at stake." And he'll lead you guys out to the stables. He points to like an empty corner for you guys to stack a bunch of the goods up. Leads you over here in the stables. He leads you guys over to the guest house. I'm sorry, these are probably the stables. And then leads you guys over to the guest house where those look like stalls. And leads you guys over to the guest house where you are to be staying for the night. He lets you know that he will be, at your disposal, and he asks you guys to stop in for breakfast with him in the morning. Says, "I'm sure you're tired. I will leave you to your rest." And this is kind of your last chance to ask him questions for the night.
Have you come across any issues in this encampment as of late, other than the dragon?
He says, "The dragon hasn't bothered me. I've seen it once from the forest. Fortunately, it did not see me. But our problems are less winged. I had hoped to discuss this over breakfast, but there have been problems with orcs here in the forest and another more sinister power at work as well. I'm sure that these types of tedious details will be better suited for when you are refreshed."
Fresh mind can deal with more tedious troubles. Yes.
Very good. Then I will make sure to have double rations ready in the morning. You will all be able to eat your fill and take some with you for the road. Now, rest up, rest easy, and let's all hope that you did not lead a dragon to my home. All right. And then he closes the door, leaving the three of you guys alone in the guest house. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna pull out the 7 to 8 sheets that I've been carrying with me this entire time and make a nest in the corner of the stable.
Doing order here, right?
Yeah, you guys are over here. This is the guest house.
I guess. Yeah. Is there like any beds or anything, or is just like a sparsely decorated?
It's more. It's kind of like a hostel. Like there are beds, but this is not really like fancy. But there's a real bed for each of you if you want it.
Braun's probably just gonna sit down on it and say, like, "Is there anything else we need to figure out for tomorrow. Now we're getting those supplies up.
Because you guys probably have 10 hours of travel, 12 hours of travel tomorrow, or what would have been 10 or 12 hours traveling by wagon.
Faye's gonna look and just kind of look around, and it's a nice place, right? It's not scrubby.
It's a nice place. It's sparsely decorated. There's not a lot here, but it's clean and it's sturdy. Yeah.
We can probably buy a wagon from him, maybe an ox, to make it the rest of the way.
I mean, we saw what happened to the last ox. Maybe this dragon likes beef.
And you saw that Falcon had you load the supplies into one of the empty horse stalls, and there were a number of them that were empty. There's a nice looking riding horse in the end stall, but otherwise it didn't look like there was any other obvious livestock here.
At any point, would we have seen a wagon of some kind?
Yeah, he's probably got a wagon a small one that he uses with his horse. Would have been near the stables.
Would I be able to use ant haul and have Bronze basically just pull the wagon with like rope or something? Would that be?
How much weight does ant haul let you carry?
3 times the normal, and Bronze can. A normal load is 100 pounds, so I'm assuming 300 pounds. And I'm Bronze pitching this to the party, and to I imagine worst case scenario, a second person can join in and bump that up a bit more.
So
that's all provided we can't find a horse or something that he's willing to sell.
Yeah, after doing some quick preliminary research about how much wagon weight translates and what all a horse can carry and strength stats and all that stuff, I'd say that for the duration of the spell, it'd be awkward, but Bronze could, in theory, pull a horse cart. Yeah, that's a viable strategy.
That is, of course, if we can't get a horse or anything else. But what do you guys think about that?
I'm down.
I think let's try talking with the guy first, see if we can just buy a wagon and back up.
Yeah, that's last resort. I'm just saying, okay. We're this far out. We can't really let the stuff sit here, and we can't easily get it back into town.
Unless we just make you our pack mule going forward.
Yeah, that's what you guys done so far to an extent.
I mean, yeah, he's offered. He's the one with the spell, so.
Quick question though, we got mostly everything from the wagon, right? Besides broken ale.
Yeah, with your ant haul, you were able to grab basically everything that wasn't already broken.
And could we make a percentage guess how much we're delivering?
I'd say raw 70% maybe, right?
Yeah, I mean that's probably fair. 70% or so, maybe a little more.
80%?
Between 70 and 80, I think is a fair assessment for how much you guys are transporting.
Yeah, I can't imagine we'd be going all this way to bring them 20% of the stuff they needed to get. But if we can't get those stuff in the morning, that we have that to fall back on. Okay. With that was the main thing that Bronze was on his mind. So probably with that, he's going to be turning in for the night.
Okay. Pabu and Feyroth.
I mean, I'm already like nuzzling into my nest of sheets.
Pharaoh.
Did you bring the sheets?
He did.
Oh my god.
Pharaoh? You calling it?
Yeah, she'll go to sleep.
Then you guys rest into the next day, and you wake up with thoughts of the breakfast that Falcon promised you, and you know exactly where to find it in the dining room of the main lodge. The early morning sun has just begun to crest over the horizon. The sounds of the river, create a calm and soothing background to your morning. What are you guys gonna do?
Faith, get up and probably go check the supplies to make sure it's still there, since it got left in the with the
Stables.
horses.
An empty stall, but yeah.
An empty stall. Yeah, she's gonna go check it.
Okay, sounds good. Pabu, Bronze.
He's gonna get ready for breakfast.
Pabu.
What was it? What did Braun say?
He's just getting ready for breakfast. He's wanting to eat some food.
Yeah, I guess I'll roll up all my sheets and shit and shuffle along for breakfast.
Pack all that shit away. Then you guys both walk into the main chamber, and there is a just a huge fucking feast. There, I mean, it's just like sausages, and there's like a whole chicken which has been cooked. There's like 3 separate loaves of bread. There's like fresh fruit and just like there's like it's just a spread cheeses, like a whole fucking spread of food. And Falcon is sitting at the head of the table, just like quietly noshing on like little bits and pieces. Like when you guys walk in, you like watch him like as he's like plucked like a small like an almond off the table, and he like pops it into his mouth real quick. He's like, "Welcome." So where's the tall one?
She'll be coming in a minute. She is just checking on getting a good look at our supplies.
Well, I don't imagine that they've gone anywhere.
No, we just haven't had a good chance to assess the damage.
All right. Well, then should we wait for her to start then? Probably be most polite.
Yeah, I figured that's fine.
Faye, you walk up to the stables, and the young boy is in the process of like swapping out the.
Wait, was that Sneeze in character? Or was that Sneeze you?
That seems to me. The young boy is in the process of like turning the hay in the stall that has the riding horse in it over on the end as you approach the stables.
Eye contact with the kid, but she's looking for the stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you make eye contact with the kid. He'll make it and hold it with you for basically as long as you'll look at him for. And then you check all the supplies. Everything looks like it's there. You would guess that you got more than three. About 3/4 of the supplies you started with is what you've got now, and it all appears to be here still.
Okay, she's gonna close it, and she's gonna look at the boy and just say, "Do you have any oxen?"
The boy shakes his head.
What about any mules?
Shakes his head.
Anything that could be used to carry a cart?
And he like looks up at the horse in front of him and points.
Gonna guess that's Falcon's horse.
He nods.
Is he attached to it?
He nods.
Okay, thank you. And she's just gonna walk away.
When he goes back to work. I'm assuming you're going to go meet the boys for lunch or breakfast?
Yeah.
Sounds good. You come through the opposite door, because that's where the stables are. And, Falcon is there. The guys are in there already. Everybody's, like, sitting around. Again, I will ask, what were three of you guys talking about?
What were we?
What were you guys talking about? Yeah.
I don't know about how. I think I was probably embellishing the story of the dragon, and Bronze is like sitting off to the side, just shaking his head the entire time.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I got the last one. You got this one.
So Fearoth walks in and hears Pabu, talking about how, I was heroically saving the critically needed supplies. The loggers would starve without the foodstuffs that we're bringing them. And Fearoth, she fired 17 arrows into the belly of the beast. And like this is what she hears as she like walks into the space.
Faye's just gonna roll her eyes and just looks towards Falcon and just goes, "Little lambs tell big tales." And just sit down.
It's like, bitch, I'm literally trying to make you look good. What the
Yeah, but Faye's just not. Dude, you ruined her dick night. She ain't in the mood for you.
That was like a whole day ago. You got dick the night before for 10 seconds. Deal with it.
Yeah, and I could have gotten it for 20. We're building it up.
I could have gotten it for 20. Oh man. And I love that the context on that is that Fearoth was with a human who'd never seen like a deer person before, and we rolled a 50-50 roll for him because he was either gonna have exactly 0 stamina or be way too terrified to ever climax. So he rolled the former on that one.
Yeah, it's the whole thing of if you're like an Amazon big woman came up to you, you got 2 options.
Death by snoo snoo.
Death by snoo snoo. Death by snoo snoo. Falcon looks up and says, "Now that we're all here, please dig in." And he reaches out, grabs himself some food, begins to eat some of this like huge breakfast, which he's piled on top of the table here. And he says, "I know that you all are on your way to the logging camp and already in the middle of a job, but I do have some news, some reconnaissance for you from the forest between where we are now and where you will ultimately need to be. There have been orcs in the woods as of late. They're ugly brutes. I am not sure, but I do suspect that they are in league with the half-orcs that dwell just a little bit south of here. They are often seen in the company of these little stick creature things which wander about the woods and create a bunch of trouble for, whoever they decide would like trouble. I think I know where they've been collecting and operating out of. It's the kind of thing I wouldn't be able to handle myself. I have duties here, but if you were all looking for some extra work, I might have something which would make it worth your while." And he produces from underneath the table and sets down a pair of like magical boots, which he prepares to, which he's like very clearly offering you guys in exchange for, going and clearing out this presumed threat wherever it is.
At the mere mention of extra work, Pabu appears. Extra work.
Is it 3 pairs of boots or 1 pair of boots?
It is 1 pair of boots.
I take the
gonna
boots.
ask what the boots do.
The boots.
I already took the boots.
They're on the table. They're too far away. And if you try and snatch them, he will take them off the table before you're able to get to them because they're meant to be given in exchange for a job already completed. Um, he basically these boots allow you to become and Falcon is describing this to you in character. These boots allow their users to become more nimble and allow them to both climb, jump, and run with greater efficiency. And they basically get a +5 bonus on their acrobatics checks and their climb checks.
Oh, Bronze needs them more than any of us.
Yeah, but
I mean, I would say only if he's trying to do acrobatic shit.
Yeah. Wait, quick question. Could Faye even use them because she has hooves?
Yeah, I mean,
They're magic. They
about
work.
to say I could be a dick about it and say no, but I played a game called. No, I guess I don't say a game called. It's pretty popular now. I played Morrowind, Elder Scrolls 3, and they had a system in place where Argonians and Khajiit could not wear boots or helmets because their faces and feet were too like weird, and
Holy shit!
it drove me fucking crazy. So, in the spirit of that shit sucks. No, you can wear whatever you want. It's fine.
I will say though, I respect the depths that they took with that.
Dude,
that one's
yeah,
fucking awesome.
yeah. It's Morrowind is a great game. The biggest complaint that I have with it is that every single attack action, like every swing of the sword, is basically RNG based, and so it'd be the equivalent of playing D&D and you just have a +0 and you're just doing straight die rolls for your
Just
first
hoping.
like 3 to 5 levels. You're just like, cool, I roll a d20, I know their AC is going to be 12 or 15 or 17 and I rolled a 9. Okay, great. You know what I mean? It's just like just over and over again. But I'm sorry, Faye. To answer your question, yes, you could wear these if you wanted.
Okay. And they added a plus to acrobatics and what else?
Acrobatics and climb checks.
Climb. Okay.
With that, even with those, Bronze would still be in the negatives.
Yeah.
And Falcon says, "It should be no work for the party. It should be no work at all for the party which scared a dragon away." And he gestures towards Pabu.
You are so right, good sir.
And Faye's gonna look at Falcon and she's just gonna say, one job at a time. If we make it to our destination, on our way back, we will see.
And he says, "Well, the half-orcs dwell in a ruined stone manse, overgrown with vines. It's roughly 10 miles from here. It's not directly on the path between here and the logging camp, but it's near enough that you may want to make it a point to stay clear if you're not going to specifically go and take care of it."
Like, if we do it, it's like, go to the logging camp, drop our shit off, and then, like, we can try to go over there and see what's going down.
Or is this in character? Are you, like, talking to him?
No, I'm talking amongst Jeremy and Andreas.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, that way we can, like, that way we're not carrying around, like, the giant crate and rations and all that.
Don't have to worry about stealing shit.
What else did he say? He said orcs, half-orcs, and little stickmen?
That's what he said.
I'm down. Let's take these fuckers out.
Oh my god, is it Leshies?
Oh no.
Oh no, please don't let it be the little fruit people.
You guys are having breakfast. Does anybody have any questions for Falcon? Anything you want to talk with him about? You've got access to him now.
How do you know Barthen?
So as Bartham and I go back quite a ways,
He seems to be rather fond of you.
He says, I took him on a hunt he won't soon forget. Nearly 10 years ago now. We felled a great beast together and became good friends in the process.
Okay, this is completely, like, this is out of character. That sounds like they've been Brokeback Mountain on a quest.
Well, yeah.
Is that what you're alluding to, Dave?
I'm not alluding to anything. I'm just telling you what Falcon told you.
Mm-hmm. They Brokeback Mountain for sure.
I don't even remember who asked. I don't even remember who asked him that question.
I did.
Okay, there you go. So there's your answer.
There you go.
Ron's gonna ask, would you happen to have a cart that we can purchase off of you to carry our stuff?
He says, I do have a cart, and unfortunately, if you were going to purchase it, it would have to be at a premium. It is the only one I have, and I don't know how long I would need to be without it before I could replace it. This is, where's the cart that you started with?
The dragon.
Yeah.
It crushed it.
Took it 50 feet up in the air and dropped it, and as you can imagine, carts aren't made to withstand that.
Yeah, he snuck up behind us.
The giant 100-foot dragon snuck up behind you, of course, as they do.
We were engaged in enthralling conversation of past ventures, and it was only too late once it came upon us. What can I say?
Face is pinking her nose and like massaging it, and it's just like, by the gods.
Oh, funny.
Suits out of character, but it suits you as an earthbender to dig a hole deeper for yourself.
Falcon says, I suppose for the right price I might be convinced out of my wagon. I have no idea what he would ask you for it, though. He says, make me an offer.
Face is gonna say, give us a range.
He says, you're the one in need. I would rather not sell it.
How about a lender's fee? We plan we can bring it back once we deal with the take the supplies to the logging camp. Then we'll bring it back. If we ends up getting destroyed or in the process, we'll pay even more, or read some sort of deposit or something.
We could just fix it. We will give you a set amount. If we bring it back in good condition, we get a certain amount back.
Falcon says, that might be acceptable. This is, well, I'll have Corwin draw something up then. Can you manage 30 gold? Up front. Half of it back if you bring me my cart.
I was just gonna look around to the other two, see if that's acceptable with them.
Faye will nod. Paba's cheap ass better nod too.
I don't know what you're talking about. I literally spent 30 gold before we left town. Thank you very much. Supporting small businesses, you're welcome.
Not taverns, just shopkeeps.
Yeah.
This is as small of a business as you can. This is as small of a business as you can get. This is a homegrown woodsmith selling his thing to us.
You spent $30 on a thief's kit to break into rooms so you wouldn't have to pay for them. If that
is absolutely not true.
Bullshit.
I will not stand for this blasphemy and slander.
I will not. How dare you?
It's like stealing from Walmart. It doesn't count if they're a big business. You can steal the 1 gold from an inn for not paying for a room.
Exactly.
Oh man. In this moment,
your lady friend.
in this moment, Falcon has offered you guys as a party to rent his cart for 15 gold, basically 30 up front, which will get 15 of it back if you bring his cart back to him.
Sounds. Bronze looks around like it's like, yeah, fine. That sounds reasonable.
He says, "Great. Then I'll have Corwin draw something up. We're agreed." And he stands up and makes his way over to Bronze to shake his hand.
Bronze will shake it.
Great. You guys have a spoken agreement. Corwin, shows up a few minutes later with the written agreement, which presumably you guys will sign, and you guys will finish up your meal. Falcon will wish you guys the best of luck, and he's going to say, actually, it occurs to me, you don't have a beast of burden to drag that wagon. What good will it do you?
And Bronze just like, the beast of burden will be me.
Jay's gonna look down and just be like, says the man who was not carrying a giant box.
I'm just carrying a box. Not earlier, but he's the one that allowed you guys to get here.
Mm-hmm.
My understanding was that he was sharing the load with one of you guys, because that's what he used the ant haul for on all 3 of them. Either way, Bronze. I'm assuming Bronze gonna cast ant haul on himself, and he's gonna start. Oh shit! He needs to look for another. He needs to look for another pulley.
Rent a pulley.
Falcon has a pulley, which he will offer you as part of his the rental contract. He just throws it in. You guys gave him 30 gold. A pulley costs 1. He's like, yeah, that's fine. Cost doing business.
Sweet.
And then just accepts it, and then he just does the spell. The pulley kind of disintegrates in his hands, and he starts loading up the crates one by one.
Okay, sounds good. Before long, he's got this wagon loaded, and is ready to head out.
Tally-ho.
How long does your spell last?
10 hours.
10 hours.
It's just casting out himself.
It takes you about a half hour to get the cart loaded, and for you guys to actually get underway, maybe less, 20 minutes. And so, you've got the better part of those 10 hours on the road. I need whoever's leading, a Bronze you could lead if you want, but I will warn you, I'll have you roll at disadvantage because you're pulling the cart as well. If one of the other 2 wants to roll a survival check because at this point you guys are heading through like the woods, basically.
They'll roll a survival check.
Okay.
Yeah, Bronze is already busting his back, but he's not doing that.
Sadly, he's not busting his back in a fun way.
No.
Hey-o.
Oh, okay. Rolled a 19, so 29.
That's enough for you to stay on track and for you to make good enough time to get most of the way there before this spell wears off. Are you guys making it a point to... Bronze, are you making it a point to go around the point that Falcon indicated, or are you going the most direct route because your spell time is limited?
I'm going around, and I'm assuming that Bron's gonna ask Pablo if he can he's gonna ask him to go alongside him and teach him basically how to make a pulley, and have him fashion him one in a homemade one in the time.
Okay, all right.
I imagine since it's a homemade pulley, the second spell only lasts 5 hours or so. Because it's not as well crafted, or depending on how well the craft check is rolled.
Is the spell concentration?
I don't think so. It's just for those 10 hours.
Who's actually making? So Bronze is teaching Pabu how to make the pulley.
Yes.
Pabu, roll a d20 for me, please. Does Bronze have a positive intelligence modifier? I doubt it.
Bronze has a +1.
Oh, great. And then you can add Bronze's intelligence modifier on top of your roll for a +1.
Neat. That's an 8.
That's an 8, he says. Your pulley, he is able to like craft one, but it's actually less than half effectiveness. It only gets you about 4 hours of time, which is just enough for you guys to make your way to the logging camp. And I will describe your guys' arrival to that camp at the beginning of next session. And that'll be where we start. Because it's 9:40, and you guys aren't going to quite have enough time to do logging camp stuff in the next 20 minutes.
We did it.
But you guys survived a dragon attack. You guys managed to get the supplies here despite losing your ox and your wagon. You only lost about a quarter of the supplies total. And I know I already said it, but it's worth saying twice. You survived a dragon attack. That's cool.
We did pretty good.
In the most metal way possible.
Bronze was literally like, if 8 had not been casted, he would have been -11 on his
What's
that
Constitution?
Constitution is 15.
So he wouldn't have died instantly, but you would have had about a 50-50 shot on your Constitution roll to see if you were going to survive or not.
Yeah, and like you wouldn't be able to do anything because he would have been knocked out, so it would have been on other people to try and stabilize him or whatever.
Yeah, that would have been super gnarly. But you guys did it. Nobody dropped. I was worried somebody was going to drop. But
I mean, Bronze kind of dropped.
Yeah, Bronze
lost Vinny.
dropped 2-0. Vinny dropped, and then Vinny flew.
And then he flew.
Because the dragon picked him up.
Oh, poor Vinny. At least he like instant death. It wasn't like he like suffered.
Which is part of the reason why, it's also mechanical. Like he lost enough hit points that he died instantly. But it was the other reason why I didn't want to like fudge it and be like, oh yeah, you can still bring him alive with your channel positive energy or whatever. Because like, how much would it have sucked? Dragon breath. Vinny's down. Channel energy. Vinny's up. Dragon clutches Vinny, and you guys have to listen to Vinny's screeching and screaming and hollering in pain as the dragon flies away with him. Like,
I appreciate that, Dave.
I figured an instant death was better.
Oh, I absolutely would have preferred that.
That is more merciful than what I was going to do with Vinny. Like, my plan was literally just to have him bull rush the dragon so we could run.
Oh, I thought you were going to taunt on him.
No, it was literally, it wasn't going to end up working because Murderous Command doesn't work that way, but I was going to cast it on the ox to have it attack the dragon, even though the ox wants to run away, and then just, like, the ox, this weak-ass ox attacked the dragon, so it's going to steal it, and then we can make out, Didn't work out that way, but we still made it out, so it doesn't matter.
That is truly hysterical. But you guys did live, and that is cool.
Impressive.
That is really impressive. I went back to my break. I was walking past Eva. I always tell her how it's going. It's going pretty good. Dragon just attacked, though I might kill everybody. And so it'll be nice to go report to her after this and be like, so they survived the dragon attack. It'll be cool.
You can also let her know about Nibbles.
Oh, that's right. I will actually talk with her about Nibbles. That's a good point. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to go wrap up stream, and then I'll touch base with you guys, and then I'm going to go touch base with Eva. So thank you guys for playing. I'll be right back after I wrap up stream.
Cool.
Do your run.
All right, guys. This has been Dungeons and Durgans. This has been the Dragon of Icespire Peak. Everything from the event this session was exclusively Dragon of Icespire Peak. Probably about halfway through the adventure at this point. The dragon attack is literally purely coincidental. There's literally a chart in here of that you roll a d20 every time the players move, and to determine where the dragon randomly is. And so today was the day. They just happened to get lucky or unlucky, however you want to describe that. Let's see here. This is Friday, which means I will be back on Tuesday. We will play our regular Tuesday night D&D game. That's also at 6:30. That's my home game with 7 players that I run. That's my homebrew world. So it's none of this like buy the book stuff. Hold on, let me look, let me turn some pages. Like I came up with all this shit, so I know it all pretty well, and I don't need to cite my notes nearly as often. I have much more fun running that game, but I obviously have to put a lot more prep time into it as well. Let's take a look here. We've got 3 viewers. That is enough for a raid. My buddy Jarl is up. Jarl of Goats. He sometimes is streaming D&D. Today he is streaming Medieval Dynasty, which is basically being a D&D peasant. So we're going to go ahead and raid him. I am going to tell you guys that I love and appreciate you very much. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Castle. Thank you for being here. Please enjoy your new VIP badge. I know Becky was here. I know Atesk was here. Jeremy's, as always, doing his thing in chat, making sure everybody feels welcome. And I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you guys. I will catch you on Tuesday, and until then, have some fun. Think about some D&D.
OG Merpay, thank you for the raid! Welcome, raiders. Welcome to the stream. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Jarl of Goats. I'm a variety streamer. I play survival games, chat versus streamer style, where you get to use your channel points to get me killed. And if I die, I have to start all over. I also do tabletop RPGs as well as Red Dead Roleplay on Red which is like No Pixel for GTA 5 on the server Wild RP. We play a bunch of games, including a semi-RP Space Engineers game Saturday nights. It's amazing. You should definitely check it out. Hopefully we'll see you around, and if you want to